Boys.
Boys.
Are you about to chug a half-gallon of milk?
Nah, Caitlin just said that she couldn't open it, so I had to open it.
Oh, I thought we started the cast. You're like, all right, it's go time.
Yeah,
It's the
Aaron, you
The gallon
missed it.
challenge.
Chad's been chugging a half gallon of milk at the beginning of
yeah,
every
yeah,
cast.
you've missed
That's
it.
our new
Yeah.
thing.
It's
It's
his
a
new
thing.
segment. I got
Yeah.
it. Okay, all right.
We were trying to
go
come
ahead.
up with new
Proceed.
segments for the cast, and Chad was like, "What if my segment is just I chug half a gallon of milk every time?"
And then see how far we can get into the cast before I have to go throw up. Yeah.
We've doubled our viewership up to 2
Yeah.
viewers just off of that segment.
Wow, how dare you?
I only caught on halfway through. I forgot we were doing the thing.
Mhm.
The what's
Yeah,
up
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Really helping me out there.
That was for when
I
Aaron
got you,
came
Caleb.
back. That was the plan.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That flopped.
I was so distracted by the milk and then
Yeah.
everybody kind of slowly joining in that
Yeah.
I get it now. What's
What's
up?
up?
Everybody-
We did it. What's up? Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
It was
Got it,
very
guys.
lackluster, but we did.
Alright, we
Days
can-
of planning.
We can end the
Kill me,
cast now.
guys. So
Yes.
proud.
We're done.
Welcome back to the forecast, episode 235. Aaron has returned. We have a full 6-member cast. Weird. I would usually say my name is Alex McCausland, but it's
What
weird
is it
because it's
now?
out of order now.
That's okay. It's fine. Just you say it.
My name is Alex McCausland.
Oh, I'm Aaron Juno.
I'm Ben Diaz,
I'm Caleb Juno.
I think.
I'm Chad McCausland.
Yeah.
And I'm Jake Fetter Kyle.
I'm just gonna call you McChad from now on.
McChad.
Hmm.
Is the middle Chad in quotation marks?
Yeah.
McChad, Chad, McCausland.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously.
Well,
Just that just makes me think of Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
all I can think about.
I had an internet fact of the week somewhere, and I cannot find it. That's what I've been trying to find over here. I can't
that's
remember
your
what
new
it was.
segment? Internet fact of the week?
That
No,
we've been
we've
doing
done it a few
internet
times.
weird question of the week.
Yeah.
thing.
Internet question or internet fact.
I didn't prep one today.
You know, we had homework last time we did this. We were going to talk about
Oh,
Resident
shoot.
Evils.
We
Yeah,
were.
I even
No,
reminded
homework.
everyone the same day.
Yeah,
The
but
same-
you reminded
same day
everybody.
we decided on it.
I forgot about it until just a second ago because I looked at my
Aaron wasn't
personal notes
even
and I see them
aware.
ranked at the top.
Mm.
You say you did it.
I did it immediately.
I didn't do it.
I
And then
didn't do it.
reminded everyone. And
Didn't
now
do
we're
it.
not going to do it, I guess. That's good. Good start.
You got to remind
Shame.
us before it's coming up, not
I
you know,
did. I
right when
reminded
it
you back
happened.
when I said it.
Yeah, back when you said
Oh.
it. That's not how reminders
I remember.
work.
I remember what my internet question is. I don't know why it just came to me. I keep on seeing. I've seen multiple videos on this, and everybody is confused because of how people answer. But the question going around is: could you land a plane in an emergency situation?
What type of plane?
Yeah.
Like you're on like a commercial
Absolutely
No.
not.
like flight.
Nope. Absolutely
Not a
not.
chance.
We're dead.
Wait,
We're all dead.
No, I could very easily land that plane. I wouldn't survive it,
There.
but I could land
Oh.
it.
I
that
could
count as
get that
landing?
plane on the ground.
I think
Yeah,
no
crashing
problem.
is not landing. I think
I
that's
mean-
a different thing.
Okay,
What if it
Let me hit
lands
you
on
with this.
top of a house? It landed.
No, it crashed into a house.
landing. What is a crash
Potato,
landing,
potato.
Caleb?
Yeah, but
What is a crash
is just
landing?
short for crash landing.
No.
Yes.
You could crash into another plane.
I suppose that's true.
You crash into land, therefore you have landed.
You landed.
That's
I
not
can
landing.
do
I mean,
that.
granted, I will give you. If you hit the water, you have not landed. That's.
I mean,
You
there should
watered.
just be
so
watered.
I suppose my answer depends on where I am when I have to fly the
Wait.
plane.
So do seaplanes not land?
No,
that'd be
they
silly.
water.
They water. They see
They water. They water.
Gosh, when somebody touches down in a seaplane, they seeded the plane.
That makes sense.
So the
That was the answer you were
The-
looking for, right, Alex?
no, actually, everything I've seen is like 95% of men that answer it say yes, 100% could do it, no problem.
I believe
And like
that.
95% of women that answer are like, no way, not just it's not happening.
95 is higher than I was expecting for men. I was expecting to be
It's
high,
so
not
many.
that high.
It's so many men.
I was figuring like 80%.
Dude, there's
I think I could do
no way.
Get out of here.
I'm
I
gonna
think
tell
there's
you.
no chance. You're gonna get in the pilot seat. You're gonna pick up the little microphone headset, and they're gonna walk you through what to hit,
Actually,
and the plane will mostly land itself.
You know
I
that's
was gonna
never
say,
happened
that's
in
fair.
commercial airlines.
I was considering if you said land the plane by myself, that would mean I did not have assistance over the air. If I have a guy in my ear telling me what to do, my possibility of success goes up.
Alex, answer me
Not
this.
a lot, but some.
Have you ever over the phone tried to describe to somebody how to assemble a PC or fix a problem in their computer and it been
Yes.
successful on the first attempt?
No, but those people are not me.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I got it.
I think we
I have
know how
had
to get to our
somebody-
95%.
I have had somebody describe to me over the phone how to do something, and it's fine.
How complicated was it? Something you're familiar with? If they're like, "Hey, Alex, I'm going to describe to you how to build this PC," you're like, "I guess."
I don't know,
feel
man.
like-
I can
I feel
stuff's
like
laid out in grids.
plane cockpits, I think, are mostly labeled and mostly buttons and switches.
Did you say plane
Like-
cockpits? Because I'm
No,
pretty
I
sure
said
you said
cockpits.
I've rolled the tape.
Let
I
me hit you with this. I'm looking at Alex's Steam right now. He has one achievement for Ace Combat 7.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
Maybe
Is
from
it crashing?
Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't even
I've
know
not
if we
played
probably don't have
Flight
that.
Sim.
Okay, that's a point
But
against you. I
listen.
don't know.
Is this
Ouch.
question?
I feel like they mostly land themselves anyway. Like autopilot is like 90% of what pilots do.
90%
I
of the
see.
flight.
I'm starting to see
not
why
90% of the
95% of
landing.
men said yes.
Yeah. Is this question because of what happened July 8th? As in yesterday?
What? No. This
The
is
thing that I
before.
told you about in the gym where the instructor said,
Oh yeah, I
"You
heard
got
about that.
this," and jumped out of the plane,
Yeah,
and the student
no.
had to land it.
Oh yeah.
No, that's one way to do it. Wow.
Well, I don't think the instructor had a parachute. That's not
Yeah,
really
no,
one way to do it.
it was suicide.
Yeah. No, this was, I've seen all this stuff before that incident. I don't know. I think I could do it.
Wow. Ain't no way, dude.
Chance.
Got a
There's
professional walking
there
you
is
through
only
it.
one way to find out.
That's true. That is true. Ain't no way it's happening. I love your
seen-
confidence.
I've seen a video where there was a guy that was very confident that he could do it. And so they paid like actual like FAA tower people to coach them through a simulator. And he was able to land the plane in the simulator without ever having any experience.
There you go.
So
I'm sold.
does that prove it? I don't know.
No.
Probably though.
Ain't no way.
Probably.
Do you
Not a
remember
chance.
playing? What's the game where you have to launch a rocket and somebody's there while everybody else is trying to
Yep.
describe to them the buttons and
I
things
still
to
want to play
press?
some more of that one.
Rockets
the
are
equivalent.
extremely complicated, hard.
Yeah,
Something like that.
That
Rockets
is
are
what I
super hard.
imagine is what it is like to sit in a cockpit of a commercial airline and have somebody over your headphones chirp everything that you need to do. Ain't happening, dude. You're done.
I get a DM from Joe, Alex, when somebody explains how to land a plane. Yeah, it all seems easy.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I told him about the raid the other night. I was bored. Everybody thought it was hard.
Wow, it's just too easy for you.
Pretty much. I'm
Struggle.
just kind of goaded. I don't know.
Yeah, just in general, at
That
life.
makes sense.
So there's my internet question of the week. That went completely opposite of the way I thought it would after everything I've seen. But you know,
Not a
So,
chance,
like
man.
noting that fact, you were expecting all six of us to say confidently,
yeah,
I
I
can
was
land
like,
a plane."
oh yeah, no problem. Let's step up.
Good.
I mean, I'd try if no one else is going to. I'm not
Yeah.
going to let it
Yeah.
crash, but I'm going to fail.
Now,
Yeah.
well, hold on. Now that's a different question. Do I think I would be more successful than most other average people on a plane flight in landing the plane? Now that's a different question.
All right,
Hmm.
here's the third question, Ben. Do you think you'd be more successful than just letting the plane do whatever it does?
Yes.
What?
I think you are severely overestimating how much planes fly themselves.
I think you're severely underestimating how much I can screw things up.
Well, again, this is do I get to talk to somebody over the air? Because if so, I sit down and I don't touch anything unless I'm specifically told to touch it.
Yes, you can talk to someone, but they also don't know how to land a plane.
That is worse than not talking to someone. Oh dear God.
There's somebody with internet access though.
Yeah, so they're just Googling it.
Yeah.
Googling how to land plane PDF. Emergency now.
Why are you in the soup store?
On YouTube Googling.
I'm just imagining hearing. Hold on, I'm looking up a YouTube video. Give me a second. I gotta wait. There's an ad at the front.
I don't have premium.
Grok says, grab the lever and pull back.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right, let's move into news. That's enough fun for today. We're talking about only bad things the rest of the time.
Bring us down for a while.
Sony making more decisions.
They sure are.
Yeah, this is kind of the big one in recent news. But as of January of 2028, Sony will be no longer releasing physical discs for new PlayStation games at all.
Do they cite any reason? I have not read anything about this. I just know that it happened.
Yeah, sure. I mean, kind of. They say it'll enable them to align more closely with how most of their community prefers to access and play games.
Is that true?
So, no.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely taking something away from people who didn't ask for it to be taken away is aligning with them, right?
You know, I've always said, it always annoys me that I have to have a disc in my house for my game. It's just the worst.
True. I remember you saying that
last week. Experience.
That's the worst, right? So it impacts us the least as far as the gaming community goes. PC's been discless, virtually discless for so long now.
I just love the fact because also everything nowadays, like all game systems nowadays, you can buy digital if you want. Like you don't have to buy the disc. I love the concept. They were like, I feel like getting rid of the discs will make things better for our players. It's like, my experience with a PS5 was ruined by the fact that I knew Jake could buy it on disc. It was absurd. I hate it.
I mean, they dress it up like that, but it's just you have to pay to put the game on the disc, and then you got to ship the discs around. But if you buy it from the PlayStation Store, a store doesn't have to take a cut. They don't have to pay to print the discs. They just get to keep all that money.
They don't have to pay for disc drives.
Yeah,
they're not
harder to.
They're not lying about the majority of their player base or whatever. Like 85% of their sales are digital. So,
but just to frame it as, oh, this is what we're doing this for them. It's like, well, no, obviously not.
I just don't
obviously
understand.
We get no benefit.
I don't understand why companies like that just don't come out front and say it, because you feel like this press, this PR is going to be worse for them than if they were just like, hey, look, things are getting tighter, so we're going to cut back on physical discs, go to exclusive digital. We know this is going to harm some people. We're going to put a time frame in where we're going to push it out to January and hold out as long as we can, but at some point we have to move on.
Yeah, or literally just say things like, "Hey, we're cutting discs in a way to prolong not having to raise prices on games." Like,
or that,
sure, there you go.
Like, just say that, and sure, people will still be annoyed, but way less of them will.
Yeah, it won't feel as much as a freaking marketing spin. Like you're trying to gaslight me into believing, this is a me problem, not a you problem.
$80.
Yeah, I think the other end of the spectrum that you can look at is there's a huge used game market. Like if I picked up God of War, beat it, I don't need that disc anymore. I could just sell it back to GameStop. GameStop could sell it to somebody else. That means that Sony now missed out on that $80.
That sale,
from that sale. And if you look at Sony's store, there are games that are 3, 4, 5 years old that are still full price on their digital store.
Man. Welcome to Nintendo.
I mean, right.
I mean, and then sure they go on sale for here and there. There has been. I won't say that Sony hasn't put it on their digital store for, on sale. They have done that, but I feel like sales happen way more often on physical discs than you would see on
Okay, but would you say that that equates to sites like All CD Key Shop or whatever the ones are that host what's the one that we used to use? Anyway, point is, do you think those are equivalent? Right? Yeah, Kingwins.
G2A.
Do you think that's equivalent? The
G2A.
Sales on physical discs at these used game markets versus buying cheaper digital content through something like that, through the alt CD key shop or something similar? Do you think like those sales
I don't even know
are
if
similar?
that is a conversation to be having with Sony, because I mean, PCs where you're able to actually get those keys.
Yeah, it's
Sony,
true.
you have to buy from Sony. Like you don't, or the disc. No, like
really, you can't buy a key to put in. I
don't
so
think so.
unfamiliar with console.
I thought you could.
You can't. They don't have like key shops for console stuff. We'll sell like
PC Master Race, clearly.
Yeah,
I mean,
people sell
that's another thing. I
accounts
was actually talking with one of my buddies, and he was like, "Yeah, it's so hard to like switch over because you have a whole library on like a console or something. So like if you're a Sony fan, then like now it's going to be hard to switch over to like PC." And I was like, "Well, I don't think that was one of the reasons. I mean, it kind of was a reason why I switched to PC a while ago, but also I mean just the universal, just everything's open on PC, and like I think specifically it was Arma and DayZ mod that got me into like PC gaming. Like DayZ mod wasn't on console. You don't get those things on console, so it's like and then you just build your library from there. And it's like, what exactly are you missing out on if you're on a PC? Like Sony exclusives?
A handful of exclusives. Nintendo is probably the biggest one, and Sony exclusives. Yeah. That's really it.
I don't know.
One of the biggest issues with this is game preservation.
Yeah.
Because with PC, there's a lot of ways for people to preserve those games, even if they get removed. Not all the time. But when Sony goes diskless, I mean, they're going to have any way to... It's going to be a lot harder to preserve those games when they can just remove them from their store.
Yeah, because like if Steam has like a game that is no longer sold on their marketplace, you can still pretty much play it or like access it. But at Sony, it seems like they just take it down off of their servers completely.
Yeah, on top of that, that also pairs badly with, and somebody correct me if they know, I can't remember if it was Xbox or PS5 who floated that they were, for the next gen, going to have the console basically not let you play the games if you go a couple months without connecting to the internet.
I believe that was Sony.
Yeah,
that was Sony. I think that got basically rolled back.
Oh, good. I was going to say, so you can't even like download the games and then unplug your console and be like, cool, as long as I don't plug it back into the internet, they can't delete it or remove it.
No, I think it's not as bad as they initially suggested it was supposed to be.
In terms of game preservation, I mean, stuff will be preserved just the same way, like every other system's preserved, just digitally.
Yeah. Well, the problem is though, I mean, they just shut down the PS3 and Vita, or they're going to shut down those storefronts, right?
Yep.
Sure, so it's like if you don't already have it downloaded, it's just done. Right?
I mean, not really. I mean, you can find stuff. Let me tell you.
If you're Alex, because he's goated.
The same way your Nintendo Entertainment System games are preserved, the PlayStation 5 games are preserved.
Well, hear me out. Just devil's advocate. Those PlayStation, let's say 3 games are preserved. How do you play them? Because my understanding is you burn them to a disc. PS5 doesn't have a disc.
That's why you buy the external disc tray.
It's all emulation, or you mod the console.
Yeah,
and it's still going to be harder, is what
on the drive.
Yeah.
I have
You're not
seen
going to be able to go to a retro
are...
game shop and pick up a copy of Pokemon Red and play it on your way. But
I've seen a bunch of people
entire full sets of ROMs.
A bunch of people have been jailbreaking their consoles since this news has come out.
Yeah,
there'll always be a way. People will find a way.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting news to come out immediately off the backs of the 500 movies that got taken off of their platform.
Oh, yeah. Sony's been making a lot of weird choices.
That one Chad told me about, and I still don't understand what sort of contract could have been in place, because like immediately what I thought of is like Rock Band and Guitar Hero, like those games have license agreements that run out, and then you can no longer purchase whatever song was licensed, right? But it's still like you still have access to it if you bought it before the license ran out.
Also, Not sure.
So I don't understand how they just remove the movies that you bought.
Yeah, that is weird.
I'm pretty sure
how
Rock
is
Band
the
and Guitar
license
Hero have
written?
perpetual licenses. So
well, but like Alan Wake, that got taken off of storefronts a while ago because the music license ran out, and they did some witchcraft to get it back eventually. But it was like, if you don't have Alan Wake installed, you should install it right now because it might just disappear in like a month or whatever. Again, this is kind of old news, but it's same idea, right? Where something happened, but if you had it, they didn't take it from you, which is what they did with these movies. It sounds like, right?
Yeah.
It's freaking wild. I feel like that just goes to show you why you shouldn't have stuff in like a universe, like not a universe, an online source that you are not more in control of.
Exactly.
When you're buying like buying downloads on a service that you're also paying for or utilizing in a way that is on a system that you wouldn't normally use, obviously that content could, I mean, they still have some ownership of it. If it shuts down, if it disappears, if they decide they want to, like, license lapses or something and they want to take it away from you, I don't feel like you have any recourse. So
yeah, I mean, it freaks me out, man. Like, I was thinking about like Steam, exactly.
Luckily, it's a good point.
Gabe's a good guy.
Famously, they have like the kill switch or whatever. Supposedly,
that's just something someone said, though.
if
the scenario I
they
envision
ever
is
have
like,
to go out of business, they just release everything that is yours.
But like what? Okay, let me hit you with this, right? Gabe, he's an older gentleman. He's getting up there. He dies. He gets run over by his own yacht.
He just bought a submarine, man. He's just gonna
He's working on uploading himself. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Some like AI bro gets it, and he's like, "Yo, we're not even charging people for this. What are we talking about? It's $50 a month to get into your Steam account.
Monthly subscription for cloud saves. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, right. Like, just I feel like it could go bad fast, and like it scares me, dude.
I've heard you say that a couple times, Alex, and I was actually really curious the other day when all of this started coming out, and I tried doing research on this quote unquote kill switch. I couldn't find it anywhere that they have anything in place, and actually there were posts that were like, no, this is just rumors. Like, is
it just rumors? It's something I've heard forever ago.
Yeah, so I'd be interested if we could find something on that.
Did you hear from your dad who works at Nintendo?
His dad is Gabe.
No, but I was gonna say, it just similar on the topic. That's the same reason why about a year ago I set up a backend thing that downloads file versions of the Kindle books I own, because I actually have already had issues where nothing. Actually, I did have a book I owned get removed from the Kindle store, and it disappeared out of my library, and I can't download it anymore. Oof. And it is a book I paid for. And then to a lesser degree, Kindle does a weird thing where it lets authors edit the books after they've already been released as ebooks. And if they edit it, it will just update your copy of the ebook with the edited version, which is weird.
That's wild. That is
usually it's just
thing.
like spelling stuff, but I definitely read one time and then went back to reread it later, and the first 4 chapters were just completely different than they used to be. And I was like, I don't love that. That's a thing.
See, that's weird. It happens with video games all the time.
Yeah. That is true. With my books, what I do, I read I just look at the words and I memorize them. And then the story lives forever up here, you know?
See, Jacob, I have the advantage of the opposite thing, which is I don't memorize them. I forget them within about 4 months, which is great, because that means I can reread my favorite books and I have no idea what's going to happen. Wow. It's wonderful.
That's incredible. So you own 5 books and you just cycle through them over and over.
I actually do have books I have read more than 10 times, just because I tend to forget what they do and what they're about, and then I reread them.
Wow.
I actually saw an interesting use case for that updating thing for the Kindle, and it was like a pop culture reference, and instead of saying whatever it used to say, it now says get on TikTok or whatever.
I don't like that at all.
Because books are written they're supposed to take place in a time frame. If you update the pop culture reference, suddenly it's like, what? Hold on, now what time frame are we in now?
Yeah, I mean, they can do it things like they did. Ready Player One has a bunch of pop culture references, right? And in the movie, they completely changed them all.
Yeah,
they should be relevant to the current time.
Well, fun news number 2: Xbox layoffs.
Yeah,
this is wild.
Is the other big story of the week.
Yeah.
They are doing a bunch of restructuring and layoffs at Xbox. They're cutting over 3,200 jobs over the course of the year, 1,600 of which happened like the day of, I think, when they announced this. And the rest is going to be rolled out over time. So,
can you imagine working there right now? Just being like,
I was about to say, that must be a fun experience if you're still there. Just like, is it going to be me soon?
All these like studios negotiating to keep their jobs.
Yeah.
Is just wild.
Was there more news about that recently?
Yeah, so I have a bunch of specifics here. Compulsion Games and Double Fine are going independent. So they're releasing them to go live their lives.
Compulsion is We Happy Few people, right?
Compulsion We Happy Few and South of Midnight was their most recent game.
I keep forgetting they made South of Midnight. It's so weird.
It's such a different
Double
game.
Fine.
Yes.
Anyway.
They just released Kiln, which I was like curious how well Kiln is doing because it's a multiplayer game. And I went and checked the Steam numbers and they had like 17 people online. And I was like,
Those are marathon numbers right there.
So they've gone independent. Ninja Theory and Undead Labs are going to be under new ownership. I don't think they've said who's buying them yet, but somebody's buying them.
Well, that's good.
Maybe it's Sony, and then they can just close the studios now.
It would be so funny if it was Sony.
In Asha Sharma's letter, she specifically says, like their big first-party titles that were already announced, they're not getting canceled. So these studios that are going to be under new ownership, they made sure that they had funding, and runway was the term she used to finish developing those games, which are State of Decay 3 for Undead Labs and Senua, which was just announced. Both of those just announced at Summer Games Fest for Ninja Theory.
Weird. To announce a game and then immediately announce the studio's closure. It's such a grim reality we live in right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those games will make it out, theoretically, as long as everything goes smooth. They've made sure they have funding.
What at Xbox has not gone smooth? Name one thing.
Undead Labs, interestingly enough, they bought them a little after they released State of Decay 2 in 2018, and then they proceeded to not release a single game for 8 years, and then they've got rid of them before their next game came out, State of Decay 3.
Chef's kiss, that's beautiful.
I feel like if we're actually looking at and comparing like Sony and Xbox right now, like the 3,200 jobs being lost is always going to be a pain point and like horrible to see. But the fact that they're like spinning off these studios to independent and they're helping with funding, and they're not just immediately letting the IPs just go to somewhere to die like Sony does. It's like it makes Xbox actually look like Saints compared to Sony.
Yeah, if there's no option, they have to cut 3,200 jobs. I think they're doing it in the best way that they could.
Yeah.
All said and done.
I mean, it definitely for a while, it seemed like they were just going to shutter all of these studios. So it
seemed like they were just shutting everything down.
It is very heartening to hear that did not happen, right? That people are getting bought, which, you know, obviously we don't know if that's a happy ending or not, but it's certainly a happier ending than pack your shit and get out.
Yeah. Look at Bungie. They got bought.
Yeah, it went really well for them.
Alex, did you mention the IO Studios layoff or IO Interactive layoffs?
No. But how many there are gone? I don't have them on my list, actually.
I'm trying to see if I have a number. I know they closed the studio and laid off everybody working there. I'm trying to figure out if they list a number of how many people. Nope, that's Xbox numbers.
id Tech got cuts also. That one seems pretty bad. They had apparently like 185 devs on the team, and they cut like 136 roles. So that's about 50 people left. reports are that basically the entire engine team is gone. So id Tech, the engine, is probably not going to happen anymore for anything. If they make a new game, they'll probably be on like Unreal or something that everybody uses.
Sure. Yeah. Did you do we know what's going on with Arcane? The surviving Arcane?
Yeah, still unknown what's happening with them. They're in discussions to either go independent or be spun off to somebody else.
Okay.
But they haven't settled on what's happening with them yet.
All right, yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna correct real quick. IO Interactive announced they're going to have layoffs, but they haven't done the layoffs yet. I just remember that one stuck out because there was an interview with somebody who works there who says they literally found out, like they announced to the company they were going to do a bunch of layoffs at basically the same night that they had the launch party for 007.
Oof.
That's how it's been going lately. You launch a new game, cut everybody after it's out the door.
Yeah. Apparently, they're saying it's due to Xbox pulling a bunch of funding for one of their projects.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Totally. Project Fantasy.
Yep.
Could be, yeah. Obsidian.
Go ahead.
Obsidian got like a 25% cut, and news got out that they have canceled the Avowed sequel that they're going to do, and they're instead going to work on a new Fallout game under the New Vegas director.
Ooh.
I mean,
I'm not unhappy about that change.
Why were they doing that before?
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Okay, some people probably liked Avowed, but like Fallout is obviously where the money is, and everybody likes Fallout New Vegas. What?
Yeah.
What are we even talking about?
Yeah, and to follow on with that, there's some cuts at Bethesda, like 60 employees from what I could find.
Oh no, not the Starfield team.
They have announced a refocus on their core franchises of Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So Elder Scrolls 7 due soon. Somebody should tell them 20 years between like the most popular game in the world and its sequel coming out. It's not a great way to make money. I think,
I'm just thinking about how crazy it is that a Fallout TV show got made, and Xbox owns 2 studios who make the Fallout games, and they went to neither of them and said, "Hey, what are you working on? Why don't you make a fucking Fallout game?"
Grounded 2? Oh, that sounds more important.
Not only did a TV series come out, they made 2 seasons of it.
That's true. Yeah.
Hey man, they got Fallout 76 still going,
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Everyone's favorite.
True. Indeed.
They must have fared all market analysts, and they're using Claude and ChatGPT and
makes sense.
Like asking them what the market trends are and like what would sell, and then they come back to them later and it's like, "Hey, Claude, you got that wrong." It's like, "Oh, you're right. This is actually what you should have done."
It's like went to Todd Howard, and they're like, "Where's the new freaking Elder Scrolls?" And he's like, "Don't worry, I'm working on it." It's just him staring at like that one logo they put out.
Just thinking.
Drifting over the hills. He's like, "I gotta come up with an idea."
It's like I go back to this, going back to Sony, but like they canceled Destiny 2, and then in the same breath they post something about how they're just going to be staying committed to live service.
Are you though?
One of the largest live service games in existence. Yeah,
it's crazy.
What are we doing?
Just the concept of wanting live services, buying Bungie, and then shutting down Destiny 2. It's just like, how... Guys, you had one possible success story, right? And you fumbled it.
Yep. And there was like there was numbers came out that like Destiny was their 10th most played game across their entire like library in terms of hours played.
Yeah, I saw that, like, and whoever posted that was like, "Oh, jump scare."
Apparently, top 10 game can't make it.
It's too difficult.
Not good enough.
I'm believing more and more about the revenge story. Like it's wild, dude.
Apparently, to explain how Microsoft's gaming strategy failed, they had expected Game Pass subscriptions to hit around 77 million this year. and they only reached around 30 million.
Oof.
It's crazy to think they're going to jump so high when you give it a massive price bump.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Also, what games were added to make them think? I really need to I want to be a fly on the wall in the marketing analysts' rooms because obviously they're not looking at the same things we are.
Right.
They have information somewhere that's telling them to do so, or they faked it till they made it, and now they're sitting there and they're just like, oh shoot, we were supposed to come up with numbers. There's a meeting this morning.
Were right.
Meeting in 15 minutes. Let's just ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, dude.
The last one I had was ZeniMax is also getting pretty big cuts. They're like up to half of the workforce at ZeniMax. Like ZeniMax 150 to 200 people.
Entirely or only mostly Elder Scrolls Online? Right?
It's mostly Elder Scrolls Online, yeah.
Okay, I don't know anything else they do.
ZeniMax is like the parent company for Bethesda, right?
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
I believe that's correct. And then Mojang is also going to get some sort of cuts, but we don't know about going with them.
Why?
So,
the kids aren't playing Minecraft anymore?
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, how do they make money on Minecraft? You buy it once and then you play it, right? Do they have like microtransactions? Like, what are they doing?
So
they have like packs, right?
I guess I have no idea.
I bought Minecraft for like $25, like 15 years ago or whatever. I play it here and there every once in a while.
So Minecraft does their own server hosting now. You can pay them for it. So they probably make some money there.
That's a good call.
I think they sell skins too.
It'd be dumb not to, honestly.
And then obviously Minecraft costs money to purchase up front. But
right. But it's been around
everybody
for so
owns
long.
Minecraft though.
Right, yeah.
Apparently there's two different versions.
One of the most games in the world.
There's the Bedrock version that features heavily monetized in-game storefront, while the PC exclusive Java edition strictly avoids them.
Yeah, in case anybody was wondering, if you ever play Minecraft, do the Java edition.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah. But apparently there's mine coins.
Mine coins.
Yeah,
it's an official cryptocurrency, actually.
Please no.
Oh boy.
You got various internal cuts of the Xbox itself, also PR, marketing, publishing, platform team, etc.
Are they firing Asher Sharma?
Their marketing team's not doing well.
I know, it's crazy.
Did you guys, by the way, did you see that she just got tapped to advise the Fed on jobs? Like
what?
She's been asked to be on some sort of I have to look it up now.
She's
we don't do research on this cast.
She's gonna be like, cut 20%.
Yeah, just fire everyone. What are we talking about?
Yeah, she was named as an advisor to the U.S. Federal Reserve for Productivity and Jobs.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Okay.
What?
Interesting.
What are we doing? What are we doing out here?
This was today. This was like, noon today or something.
Yeah, when I think well run, I think give me the head of Xbox on the phone. They'll figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't even been doing it that long. It's been
she really hasn't.
A few months.
Yeah. She was in some other
2026?
leadership position before that. I forget.
Yeah. Like AI.
Yeah.
It might have been something AI. Yeah.
Even better.
What the fuck are we doing? I hate Alex's segments.
And we always start the cast off.
I know. We should end. I want to end in tears.
We had a fun question of the week before this, guys.
True.
Yeah, it was about dying on a plane.
Yeah.
Wow. So
all said and done.
Sorry, the three people on this productivity and job board, by the way, for the Federal Reserve, is Mark Andreessen, who's founder of Andreessen Horowitz, Charles Jones, who's a Stanford University professor, and the CEO of Xbox. That's a wide swath of people.
Yeah,
there, guys.
It is.
Really.
Feels like one of them was just like, do you think if we invite Asha Sharma, she will give us a free Xbox?
Why do they want a free Xbox?
Are they making those anymore?
What games are they playing?
They just did a event. I think it was at their
the giveaway?
not E3 where they gave away a bunch of Xboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they did. give one to everybody in the audience, huh?
See, it happens.
And everybody in the audience is like, I have PC. Like, why?
Yeah, why? What games are on this? And she's like, none. We canceled them all.
Gosh. Hey, they're not canceling the games.
Gears of War is coming out.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I was just gonna say, like, all said and done, they did all this. No studios actually closed. No announced games are actually canceled. So that's like pretty decent if you're gonna lay off 20% of Xbox.
I guess. Yeah. It's still really depressing.
Yeah, if you want to like ruin everything, this is the least ruinous way to do it.
You know what I hope I hope this evolves into a lot of these people going to do their own independent things, because I'm so tired of the constant churn from the corporate video game development universe, and I love what independent games are doing right now. So I'm totally on board with them being like, you know what? I'm done with this shenanigans. We're gonna start our own thing. I don't care if it takes them 5 years. Go develop something. I'll buy it.
Yeah. That's what Team Bungie needs to do. Everybody that all 400, need to get together.
Destiny 3.
They don't even need to call it Destiny 3, man.
Yeah.
Another looter shooter. And they just, because honestly, whenever the suits stepped out of the way, that's when the game was best.
Yeah.
AKA even right now, because I guess they got told, do whatever you want. And guess what?
And it's pretty awesome right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers also say that, because, if you look at Marathon, there's 6K people playing it. You look at Destiny, there's like 70K. It's like, nice.
Gosh.
It's ridiculous.
It's been like a month or so since the content.
I don't know how they looked at those numbers and said, let's put all our bets on Marathon.
I don't. First of all, I don't think they look. Secondly, there has been a story that has been floated around that you got to follow me here.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Concord. They released Concord. Apparently, they asked Bungie if Concord was going to be a success, and Bungie greenlit it. And because of the fact that Concord sank, and then Pete sold them witchcraft, magic, whatever, smoke and mirrors about how the cost of what Bungie was, which was like $3.6 billion or whatever, and they paid for it, and then realized, that wasn't the price. We shouldn't have paid that. They were upset, and they took it out on Bungie, and they're going to close the studio down. And that's the story that people are sticking to. And honestly, I wouldn't be unsurprised if by next year we just don't have Destiny servers anymore, and Marathon's no longer existent, and Bungie just doesn't exist, especially with how Sony's going right now.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yikes.
But they're going to stay true to live service.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
A couple other tidbits from Asha Sharma's letter is they're squashing, like, in some cases 14 layers of management down to 3 is what they're trying to achieve, 5 max.
14 layers is a lot of layers.
And they say the complexity of their management structure has slowed them down, so they're going to try to flatten stuff out a bit. 14 layers is quite a few layers.
A lot of layers.
To get stuff approved and things moving on games. The other interesting quote from it is, she said, in a typical year, we lost 64 cents for every dollar we invested. Talking about, like,
how good she is at business.
all their investments in, like, buying studios and
didn't she just take over? That wasn't her fault.
She did. Yeah, I can't. I cannot actually blame her for it.
Gotta wait a year at least before you come back and like, all right, let's say you know what we said a year ago. Yeah, let's look at this. Let's look at the track record.
Losing 64 cents on every dollar they spend—that's pretty big. Pretty bad.
I think it just speaks to they thought Game Pass was going to be it. So they were like, okay, we do what Netflix does. We run in the red for a while, we lose a bunch of money, but then once everyone's on Game Pass, we jack up the prices, we really start phoning it in, and we just rake in the dough.
Yeah, they gambled, especially with, like, when all this stuff was starting up, like during COVID, when the entire industry was skyrocketing in terms of value and...
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just took on a bunch of debt, hired up so many people.
I'm sure it didn't help them for just leaving it for a couple years there, where you could just keep canceling and restarting for $1.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we all took advantage of that.
How did they not know that was happening? They had to have known that was happening. They had to. Somebody somewhere on the internet. Because they're clueless. You're right. ChatGPT.
And then unrelated to all those layoffs, but just layoffs in general, my site that tracks all the games industry layoffs has added a new stat at the top in addition to the individual layoffs. It now says 22 studio closures this year.
Oh my god. Why do you look at this stuff?
22 studio closures.
You know, some of us hop on Reddit, some of us hop on X, some of us stay off socials. Alex, he hops onto this depressing site.
Heck yeah.
Wow. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna go fucking cry.
It's okay, kitty.
Oh, okay, it's okay. It's all right.
Thanks, Ben.
Everything's better. Luna, look at the camera.
Moving on, we have news on the Steam Machine. It finally came out.
Yeah. Oh, finally some good news.
Yeah, no, yeah. I want to pull up what's
finally
the actual
some good
price.
Fucking food.
It's so the cheapest option here, 512 gigabytes, is $1,049.
Oh, cool! You can play one game.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all knew it was going to be expensive, but I was surprised that it was over $1,000. I mean, obviously, this is just like RAM shortage, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Also, for what it's worth, I think when Steam Deck came out, they took a slight loss on all their Steam Decks because they knew that people would be buying games on Steam. It was worthwhile.
I mean,
but the Steam Machine, you could just run Windows on it, man.
I actually saw an interview where they were like, yeah, if we price it below what it costs to make it, people can buy it, pull it apart, because it's just computer parts, and then just sell the parts for more expensive than the machine.
Yeah.
So, we're kind of fucked. We kind of can't.
Oh, no.
We have to put it at market cost, and this is market cost, guys.
Yeah. I was looking at the price, and they upped the Steam Deck by $300 recently, so I was guesstimating, were they shooting for $750 maybe?
That is what I've heard.
Before all this?
Is that they were thinking $750, and then all this happened, and now here we are.
$750 would be great, man.
Yeah. Pretty competitive price point. I'm honestly a little surprised that they didn't just delay it.
Yeah.
I get that this RAM shortage isn't going away, but I feel like they got a lot of bad press. And hey, maybe I'm talking bullshit. Maybe it's selling really well. I have no idea. But I've mainly just seen bad press, people talking about how it's too much, and a lot of people saying that Valve is greedy, which okay, I'm not gonna fucking defend the $1 million company, whatever.
I mean, Gabe's got the 51st biggest yacht on the planet.
It is sold out on Steam.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. So I mean, I guess it worked out for him. Whatever. What do I know? But I just know, I saw that price, and I was tentatively interested. Heard the price, and I was like, oh no. No.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody with a PC, it's a lot less interesting, right?
Yes.
As someone getting into the market,
sure.
It might be
but its performance is also pretty poor too. When you can go buy a pre-built from Costco or something, and maybe you spend an extra $500, but you can play any game right now. I mean, I think that I saw stats. I think Engadget's article was talking about how they were trying to play Black Myth Wukong or something, and they couldn't even get 60 frames at 1080p.
I mean,
I saw they changed their marketing. It used to say Steam Machine can do 4K at 60 frames per second, and in the last couple of weeks, they quietly updated their page to say it can do up to 4K and doesn't mention the FPS anymore.
4K stills.
I imagine the Steam Machine is more for someone who wants to dip their feet into PC but isn't quite ready for dealing with all the configuration type stuff. You know what I mean?
Somebody who doesn't want to build a PC.
But
I guess you
just
can do pre-builds, but
the
even
user experience. I imagine, I don't know what the Steam Machine fucking looks like when you actually boot it up, but I imagine it's a lot more user friendly than I have to download Steam. Well, okay, Steam is just so easy.
It's
I'm
Steam
pretty
OS.
sure it's just Steam OS. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it's the
it?
same
Okay.
as the deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
It at least feels more like a console, right? You don't have to figure out your programs or.
I mean, form factor is something to consider. I remember when this got announced, Aaron was speculating like, "What if I just got one of these and put it in the living room instead of that desktop
Tower
PC?"
I had. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. A lot smaller.
I think Jacob brings up a good point because if you think about like PC and Mac, for instance, like a lot of people shifted to Mac because it was just more user friendly.
Yeah.
So now if you're just thinking gaming specifically, PC or Steam's not a bad choice to go if you want it like that shift from console to PC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wild.
Will be interesting to see how it does. I mean, I guess it being sold out is a good sign for them.
A good sign, yeah. But I feel like Valve always sells out of their stuff, you know?
They
like,
do.
Well, they could also really undercut numbers here. Like, nobody knows. Like, this is not when they launched the Steam Deck. Like, that was huge. Everybody wanted a Steam Deck when they launched that thing. I can't imagine. I mean, think about us. All of us wanted a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
This thing came out. I think we were all like, yeah, there's pretty much no reason I would get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about it for form factor only for the living room, but that's it.
Yeah.
So I would guess their numbers here, they put it out of production, are nowhere near what they would do for Steam Deck or even the Steam controller. I'm assuming the VR headset has not been completed yet, correct?
Not yet.
Okay. I expect that to be like $2,000. And not
Steam
run
frame
with the Steam PC.
Good point.
Calling it right now.
I mean,
yeah,
you would
right.
think they intended it to be used together.
Surely it has to run stuff
So, you
decently.
guys
Well,
are
the
so
Steam is
cute.
supposed to be standalone also, right?
I think it is.
Yeah, it'll be standalone or stream from your computer.
Yeah.
Is like the big revolution. Their dongle that they made that you can just plug in and stream from your computer. More good news, bad news, Crafton?
This actually is good news. So
we're finally in good news.
Yes, Crafton and Unknown World. So I'm gonna start at the beginning, I guess. There was a bit of a dust up with Subnautica 2. The owners, Crafton, were saying that the developers, Unknown Worlds, were basically like the heads had abandoned the project, and so they had to delay the Subnautica 2 early access. That was disputed, and there was some back and forth, and it turns out that Subnautica 2, the devs had a sort of incentive where if they hit certain player counts by a certain time, they would get this like multi-million-dollar payout. And so by delaying it, they were making sure that that didn't happen. Ultimately, it ends up going to court because basically Crafton was saying like, oh, we had to delay it because they had abandoned the project, and the devs were saying like, nuh-uh. Turns out that one of the CEOs over at Crafton had asked ChatGPT how to get out of paying them their bonuses, and it gave him basically exactly what he did of suggesting that they had abandoned their post and saying that they had to delay the early access for quality reasons.
Oh my gosh.
I hate this universe we're living in. What is going on?
Let me frame this in a good way. ChatGPT has finally made money for someone because the lawsuit's wrapped up and the CEOs got their bonuses. They actually extended the deadline for them to hit their sales target, which they did immediately because they launched it in early access and it was a huge hit. Everyone loves it.
Yep.
So they got their huge bonuses. I think the staff also got bonuses, so I think the bonus maybe got even bigger. And now the Unknown World CEO, he's just leaving.
That was part of the agreement for the final settlement of the court case, I believe, was his leaving the company.
Was his resignation?
I think so.
Wow.
Jake, didn't you say something the last time you brought this up about how ChatGPT was like trying to push back against the plan?
Maybe. I mean, it's basically it was like, my understanding is that he was like, how do I get out of this? And it was like, that's gonna be hard. Like, this is a pretty ironclad arrangement. And he was like, okay. But what if I really wanted to do it? And it was like, well, okay, here's what you could do. And yeah, so now it actually happy ending for the developers. So love that for them.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, I believe they even paid out bonuses to people who joined the development team after they released early access.
Heck yeah, dude.
Which
Heck
is cool.
Yeah.
What
awesome
a gig.
For them.
That's awesome.
Using ChatG. You know, that makes me think. Have you guys heard about, or have you talked about on the podcast, token maxing?
We have not.
I've
heard of this. Go ahead.
It's a thing in well, mostly the development world, but Microsoft's doing it too. The story that really came out was in like, I think late May or early June. It was about how Meta was encouraging people internally to use Claude, and so much so that they ended up using like something in the neighborhood of like 90 trillion tokens within 1 month period. Which, if you paid the like at market rate for a token with Anthropic, would cost about $900 million. And the equivalent is they were spending about $50,000 per employee to let them utilize an AI service to supplement their workflow. And yeah, they coined it token maxing, and they had like leaderboards in their offices where they were showing things like high performers, people who get like the most content out, like the most productivity out of the requests that they put into the engine or the LLM. And obviously after a while they realized, holy crap, this is costing us an absolute garbage ton of money. So they've shifted from token maxing to token minimizing. And the goal now is high levels of productivity and being very precise with what specific requests you're putting into the LLM.
I'll do you one better. Token not utilizing at all. Just don't fucking use it, guys. Just hire your devs who know how to do their jobs. I don't know.
That seems made up.
I was reading, so the article, they were talking about Microsoft's use, because a lot of these companies had these internal leaderboards. And I think it's funny because we were talking about Microsoft and all of the layoff stuff. And when they were talking about the leaderboard at Microsoft, the top 5% of users were the very senior engineers, immediately followed by all of the VPs, which doesn't really make a ton of sense if you're using mostly Claude Code for developing code. That your VPs would be the highest number of token users in the company, but they must be asking, "Hey, how do we
get out of paying people?
Yeah, how do I get onto an advisory board at the Fed?
Yeah,
that's got 20% of Xbox without closing any studios.
Yeah, token maxing, man, wild. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to detract us from.
No, you're good.
And now, the prime story of the night.
Oh yeah,
the most important podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn about these cool martyrs.
You got to read it correctly, Alex.
How is that?
I think you do it like if the words are appearing on the screen in some sort of like Batman font with pointy shapes coming around them, and it's got to sound like there's some sort of like reverberation, like you're some sort of announcer before a boxing match. Like try to emulate all of that when you say it.
There's cool martyrs, guys.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Nailed it. First try.
Aaron, do you see what we've had to deal with while you've been gone?
I'm so sorry, guys. so sorry.
All right. So this was mostly just something I found cool that I wanted to talk about. So Path of Exile 2, recently a player discovered a new piece of content in it, which I thought was super cool. Basically, for if you're not familiar, you can level up to level 100, and it takes, depends on how much time you spend on it, but on quick Google, it takes somewhere between at minimum 100 hours in order to get a character up there, and that's if you're going real fast. A character recently, or a player recently, was playing and found basically a secret cave in the game that had a altar on it that he walked up to, and it said, "Your strength is unquestioned, your resolve unbreakable. Are you ready, Martyr?" And then asked him, "Would you like to permanently delete your character?"
I'm so sad that it asked him and didn't just kill his character.
I know, I am annoyed too, but it did specifically say, "Warning, if you accept this, we'll delete your character." And he decided to go through and do it, and it deleted his character, and then he just went, "Okay. What happened?"
I don't know what I expected.
And he made his way back to the same place that he found that cave.
And now the altar had a little glowy bit on it, and when he walked up to it on a new character and selected it, he got basically a free skill point in the game. And they then did some testing, discovered that player sacrificing his max level character unlocked the altar for everyone in the game who is playing on that game mode. Anybody now can walk into there, select the altar. It says that this character has sacrificed himself for the good of the people, basically, and then you can get an extra skill point there.
That's really cool.
I thought that was a really cool thing. The devs have, now that it's been discovered, talked about it a little bit, and they said, I believe that the Martyr spot will get reset every season. So that somebody will have to sacrifice their character again in order to unlock it. But I just thought it was a really cool thing.
Hopefully they keep like the player name around past the season reset.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
If they said they're gonna keep a list of, that would be cool if they just slowly add a list of everybody who's done it. But people
have it when the credits roll, you know.
People are joking now that a new thing when a season starts that people are going to speed run is try to be the first person to get to the Martyr spot.
Oh, for sure.
So that way you can get your name permanently on there. And I think it's a cool, interesting mechanic of get the players to level as fast as possible so they can perma delete their character.
Yeah.
But yeah, just thought it was neat.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Nice.
Additionally, on an unrelated note, entirely.
Yeah.
You know what PoE doesn't contain is anime girls' wallpapers that have viruses in them.
Oh, that's good.
It doesn't. So
good that it doesn't have that.
Yeah. So Kaspersky, you guys remember them? They do exist still somehow. I kind of forgot they did. Came out recently, and after doing some researching, have discovered that there are a lot of. So apparently, you can get wallpapers through Steam, I guess.
Wallpaper engine, dude.
Yeah. Well, there are a bunch of animated wallpapers you can get through there that secretly have malware built into them. And specifically, it seems to be most of the animated anime girl wallpapers.
Makes sense.
I think you're misreading this, Ben. I think the anime girls are the malware.
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
They're infecting your mind.
Maybe the malware is the friends that we made along the way.
Oh my god! It's so
I just wanted to get this out there mostly to make sure. Jake, is your computer okay? I know. I assume you just have a slideshow of animated anime girl wallpapers going
it's a video.
through.
It constantly is playing on loop.
Got it. Well, be careful out there, man.
All my passwords have been stolen, but that's probably. I think it's worth it still.
Unrelated, anyway.
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's something different.
Now, does that happen to be because you typed in a Claude, "Hey, save my passwords"?
Yeah.
Man, you think somebody's done that?
Yeah,
100%, dude. Alex,
Can you remember my passwords for me?
It's called token maxing.
Alex,
token maxing.
Remind me to give you a story about some things I've seen people use AI for at work. I think I legally can't talk about it while being recorded, but yes, I believe they've done stupid things like that.
Anyway, moving on to the film world, we have a couple things here.
Yeah, dude.
First up, Aaron's back on the pod, and he has a topic.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
Let's go. What do we got?
Who has seen Masters of the Universe besides myself?
Oh, I want to.
Guys,
not where we're starting.
I need to know. Like, I think what we need to do is, if anybody goes and watches a movie in the theater, and you're like, "Hey, go support this film," you need to just immediately just message the group. I should have done this because this movie worth watching in theaters just to support the studio. I think it was an absolute blast. Obviously, I'm way older than you guys, so you didn't grow up with He-Man.
That's true.
Wow,
so much older.
But this movie is really well done. If you liked the one I keep comparing it to is Dungeons and Dragons movie. And I think a lot of people went into that movie thinking, oh, this is going to be like super cheesy and get like super really into the Dungeons and Dragons lore, and it ended up being like a really fun film with unique characters and a fun story, and it was really well cast. I think
that still has a ton of nods to deep lore and
sure does.
Is cheesy at times.
Yeah. This does it took that formula and just did it in the He-Man universe, and it was so well executed. And on top of that, they took Jared Leto and put him in a role, and he did well.
Oh my god, we were just talking about this at the gym the other day. Why is Jared Leto being put into films if he's bad?
Dude, okay, I mean, you won't even recognize it's him. He plays Skeletor.
Yeah.
Like you
did
will
this movie
not
make money?
I don't know, actually. I have not even looked
because that was the thing that brought up at the gym is like he keeps on getting cast in these major roles, and then the movie completely bombs, and nobody likes his acting. Yeah, and he just keeps on getting cast.
And my answer for why he keeps getting cast is he's Jared Leto. Like,
I got to imagine at some point there's like a CEO who's like, it would be really funny. We should put Jared Leto in this.
It's like Nick Cage, but Nick Cage actually like made money on his movies.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. I don't think it made money.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like their budget was 170 to 200 million, and the total box office right now is 113.
Anyway, great.
Yeah,
could have long tail.
Watch this movie. It's a lot of fun. If you
maybe our podcast can make it pop off.
It's gonna get the Horizon bump.
It could.
Yeah.
We are trendsetters. I've always said this.
If you like this movie, there is a series on Netflix that I love and I've watched several times now, called, of course, Masters of the Universe. Except it is with a subtitle, Revolution. It is 2 seasons, and Mark Hamill plays Skeletor, and absolutely freaking nails it.
He nails every role, dude.
Good.
Yeah.
He's
so good. I recently found out that there is actually a 3rd season that I did not even know existed because it's titled Masters of the Universe Revolution, not Revelation. So I got to go watch season 3. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's pretty good. I liked him in I think it's called Star Wars.
Yeah. What did he play? Who did he play?
I think he played one of the stars.
Oh, one of the stars.
One of the stars.
He was one of the droids.
Is the Netflix show you're talking about like self-contained?
Yeah,
like it starts and you can just understand everything from the beginning of it.
You do not need to know either the movie or the show. You do not need to know anything about the He-Man universe other than obviously I'm certain all of us here know I have by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. Like that's like the thing that He-Man always said. We raised a sword. Everybody knows that probably, I assume. God, I'm so old. Anyway, so
I knew that.
You don't need to know much more than that because it kind of just introduces you to all the other characters just because, like, it's a part of the story. It requires 0 background information. You can go into it completely fresh and still enjoy it.
The only He-Man stuff I know is Skeletor reacting to Bungie's closures.
Maybe there's that song that's like from It's Always Sunny, but then they put it over the top of like a He-Man video. Dayman. It's a meme.
Wow.
That's what I know.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, go watch it and tell me if any of the references, click for you.
Yup. Well, that movie didn't make money, but a movie that did make money is Obsession.
Actually, it's like, isn't it one of the most profitable movies? Not profitable. Profitable?
Like in terms of like what its budget was versus what it made, it might be the highest like disparity. So yeah, it just passed a milestone. Actually, it is now the highest grossing film with a budget below $1 million.
Wow.
It was $750,000 to make this movie, and they've made over $400 million at the box office.
I freaking love it. Have you guys watched any of Curry Barker stuff on That's a Bad Idea, like his skit comedy stuff?
Dude,
no.
His skit comedy is so funny. I would never have assumed in a million years that this is the movie that he would make.
No.
Like, what the heck?
Dude, he is an incredible writer. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that he had a successful shot here. This pumped.
Oh, that guy. I have seen some of his skits.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They're always unhinged. Always. But I love them.
Just don't know how you go from that to this. Like, it's baffling, but cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I watched Obsession. It's a good movie. I recommend watching it. Yeah, I know, right?
Alex can watch scary movies. He can't play scary games.
He's always watched scary movies. He's always watched scary movies.
Yeah.
He's always watched
somehow he watched, which I'm the opposite. I don't really like scary movies, but like I couldn't play a scary game.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite too.
Obsession is not really like that scary. It's
Really?
I don't think it's trying to go for like horror. It's more just trying to go for like unsettling.
Yeah.
Is it like
man.
is it like Jordan Peele is esque? Like
I would
making?
style, like
okay.
Thriller, psychological thriller. Maybe.
Yeah. Because the girl, it's not a bunch of jump scare. There's a few jump scares, but there's not like just a bunch of jump scares.
Not a lot of gore.
And
well, that's where I was about to disagree.
Okay.
There are a few scenes that are like, whoa.
They do. Yeah. There's like one scene.
There's not a ton, like, it's not throughout the movie, but when it shows up, it shows up.
Okay.
It's
It's more
I love
like
this movie. I think this movie's awesome.
So when I finished it, one of my first thoughts was like, man, I bet Jake would like this.
I just watched it like last weekend. I loved it.
I don't know why.
So
I was
good.
like just one of the first things I thought. It just
I mean, it's true, man. I loved it. I thought it was gonna be like a real like cheesy like, you know, there's like one concept movies that really lean into it. Like I thought it was gonna be like, oh, what if love was scary? Ooh,
yeah.
Or like that movie that's coming out where it's like The Purge, but it's sex.
Oh, yeah. What is that movie called?
God.
What is that?
It's called The Sex Purge.
I don't remember what it's
Sex
called.
Purge. Good name.
One Night Stand? I don't know. That's what I would call it.
One
But
night
no, it's-
only. One night only.
Sex is outlawed except for
if you
the one
search-
night a year.
If you search purge but for sex, it does say one night only is the very first thing that comes up.
Jesus
Can't
Christ.
confirm.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ.
How do they know, by the way? How do they know if you're having sex or not?
Great question.
That's
Of
a-
course they know.
You gotta
There are
go watch
cameras
the
in your
movie,
bedrooms?
Chad.
Surveillance state.
Everybody's got a
Clock
microchip.
cameras.
It's just a chastity belt that only unlocks if it's like that day.
Ooh, that's probably it.
Ooh.
That might be
That
it.
everyone has to wear.
So that movie's got to be like a porno, right? Like I don't know how else that movie exists if it's not, right?
Yeah.
Like
I think it's just supposed to be a romance movie.
It kind of feels like it might be closer to a porno.
It could be.
It's like a rom-com, you know.
I'm gonna get the boys to
Yeah.
go to that day one
What was the,
theaters.
what
I
was
don't
the
know about-
phrase you said to me, Alex, when we were at the theaters when we saw the preview?
What?
What did you say? How'd you put it? Like that's a dress.
I think I said something along those lines. It's a very revealing dress in that trailer. Anyway,
mm.
Obsession, good movie though.
Yeah, Obsession's great. If you guys
A
haven't seen it,
porno.
you got to watch it. It is not a porno.
Mm.
Actually, I think the main actress from that is maybe going to be in like an X-Men movie or something.
I think there was rumors, so she might get.
Yeah.
She's like blowing up now. Like everybody
And
wants her to be
she's-
in everything.
She is so fucking good in that movie.
She was in a few smaller projects and then got like nothing for like the last year and a half.
Wow.
While Obsession was being finished, and then all of a sudden everybody wants her now. She was actually streaming on Twitch for a while.
Yeah,
and
I
got
heard
like
that.
not that many followers. Like didn't do that well on there. So
So crazy, man. But yeah, Obsession
working
kicks
out
ass.
for her. Another fantastic movie everybody should go watch. Disclosure Day.
Alex.
I'm dying
What?
to hear. You guys have been alluding to having strong feelings.
I mean, I think Caleb hit the nail on the head. He's like, I can't even remember what the name of that movie was.
It's
Disclosure
pretty
Day
damning for a Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah,
it's a movie that wants to be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I think most
Yeah,
of them
it
want to be
does.
good.
Man, I asked
It
the
wants
question.
really hard. To be,
What was the
It's
point
got
of
good
that movie?
bones. It's got good bones.
I don't even
Oh,
think it has
Bones
good
is in it.
bones.
That's-
Bones
It's like
was
when
a
you
good
walk into a
show.
fixer upper and you're like, I could buy this and fix it up.
It's got good bones. I can
It's
move
got
this
good
wall.
bones.
I think I'm with Caleb. I don't even know that it has good bones.
So
I
what
really
is
like the idea.
what's wrong with it? Is it boring?
Should we say let's start with what's not wrong with it. All right.
Okay, sure. What's good about
I
it?
think some of the camera work is okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Genuinely,
plus.
there is a few shots that I'm like, dang, this is really good cinematography.
Mhm.
There's like one really long shot that it does that's like really good. Really liked it. And then it just went downhill from there, man.
Yeah.
Was
I
it
like the
opening
score.
shot?
It was pretty early.
Yeah.
I like the
was good.
score. I like the choice to do like the classic gray man alien design.
Whoa. Spoilers.
Yeah, you just ruined it, dude. Completely spoiled it.
Yeah, ruined the whole movie.
God,
what are you,
hard to find good help these days.
There's like every other line delivery in the movie was like, you guys just did the first take, didn't you, or something? Like, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
The amount of times a guy
peeked around a corner and was like, "They're coming," and then like scurried away.
That was his contribution to the
closed
movie.
The door behind himself.
All right, I'm pretty sure the point at which I realized we all thought this movie was funny was it gets towards the end, and they're talking, they're like watching this film, these like shots of various things occurring and trying to verify if it's real. And the guy looks over at like one of the people at the desk. And he's like, "Is this real?" And she like looks on the computer real quick. And she goes, "Yeah, the computer's verified that it's a ground truth pixel. Like it's not generated by AI." I swear all of us giggled.
Yeah, that was auditory laugh.
Oh yeah,
a serious moment in the movie.
Sure. Very
serious. Pixels.
It was the most serious part of the movie. It was like the whole crux of everything right then. It was all kind of spilling out.
It should not have been a laughing moment at all.
It was.
There's just
Ground
so many
Truth
things that
Pixels
are
is so funny.
It is hilarious. The dialogue's horrible. They use a bunch of CG that just looks so bad. I don't understand.
Really the CG was bad. I don't understand.
Bad CG.
There's also a lot of like the plot progression is just very strange. Like it doesn't really feel like there's any. I mean, there's urgency, but it doesn't really feel like there's any direction. Like nobody feels like they're going anywhere.
I legitimately could not tell you the point of the movie. If I had to write like an essay for like a class on this movie, I would just have question marks on the page. Like I have no idea why this movie was made.
The main character's entire journey is just it's nothing.
I've really thought about this. I've really thought about this. It doesn't. He gets the knowledge to be like the supreme mathematician or whatever. Because I think the gray aliens realize that if he is, then he's going to get into the innermost workings of the governments that hide the secrets so that he can then extract it and get it to the person who can communicate it to people. So I think he does have a part, but it just really felt disconnected from everything. So sure, could it be that? I guess, but it just did not feel like it was a part of the story whatsoever. It was bad, Jake. That's the point.
I'm getting it. Yeah, it's no obsession.
It's elevated by the fact that it's Steven Spielberg, because like you look at a lot of the decisions and you're like, he signed off on that, really?
Yeah.
How old is he? Is he starting to get up there?
Maybe he's just losing it. You know, he's old. He just
like,
said,
this
"Yeah,
dude
it's good."
did so many movies with like special effects heavy stuff going on that still hold up today.
But like special effects back in the day and special effects today are so different. Jaws had a shark, like a mechanical fucking shark.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
I would like to give it.
Should have had a mechanical deer.
Honestly, now we have
good in CG.
CG deer that looks very, very fake.
Is it? I mean, maybe he's finally doing the George Lucas.
Yeah, it sure seemed like it. Just a few quick factoids here, real quick. This movie has a runtime of almost 2.5 hours, probably 45 minutes too long, at a minimum. Maybe 2.5 hours too long.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. It succeeded in the box office, made $221 million, and it has an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Maybe
wrong.
You guys are wrong.
Maybe that's
maybe
wrong.
we're wrong.
Do you guys have
that's wrong, taste? Guys? Was there something wrong with the theater?
Know. Okay, so I said this on the way out. I said this on the way out of the theater because we looked that up at the time. The way Rotten Tomatoes works, if you give it like a 6 or up, then it counts as positive and it puts the percentage up. So they could have had literally everybody give it a 6 and it'd be 100%.
Boy.
That's how that works.
That's a dumb system.
Yeah, it is a really dumb system.
It's either good or bad. It is black or white on that site.
Ugh.
Because it's just an aggregate.
Bad movie.
It's yeah.
Just
it's
I
not worth it.
want to see it now. It sounds
You
like
should
it's
watch
really
it.
good.
It's like
funny.
It's like watching an episode of The Arrow. Like that's what you should be expecting.
Oof.
Honestly, that's what I expect whenever I put something on TV.
Honestly, I don't think Arrow's better.
At
least Arrow has an end goal.
Death is an illusion in some parts of the world.
If X-Files was on the WB, That's what this is.
Yeah, X-Files on WB. Yeah. That makes sense. Man, what a movie.
Anyway, you guys know what time it is.
Well, Bipple.
Oh, Bipple?
What have you
9:48.
been playing lately?
Mostly Alex's copy of 007.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Alex's copy. Okay, I wasn't sure whose it was.
it's my copy.
You wanna
Because
start us
I really
off,
want
then?
to play it. Sure, yeah, I really want to play 007 First Light when it came out, but I was busy. I was watching dogs for a while. Stuff was happening, and then I got back and had time to do it.
Watching dogs.
You had to watch all
well,
of Bleach first.
Yeah,
I did have to watch all of Bleach,
Huh.
so that was an important.
choices.
Yeah, we should have talked about that, but whatever. When it came out, it was good.
And
Just
then I
3
got back
episodes
to my
ago.
computer, and it still wasn't in our family. I was like, okay, it's time. And then everybody started playing it, and I was like, oh, people did want to play this game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody else seemed like they were busy too over those times that you were busy,
This has become a waiting game, I think.
Yeah,
New releases,
everybody
like
waits.
$60, $70 games,
Nah.
everybody's like, all right, who's going to buy it first?
If I want to play it bad enough, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
play it.
See, my secret is I only
Same.
supply games to the group that no one else wants to play.
That's not
Speaking
true.
of
I'm
which-
very interested in this Master Healer Kale.
If anybody is interested, I did recently buy
incremental game,
Anno
so Caleb's all over
117,
it.
which I'm sure everybody would be thrilled to play.
Wow.
Awesome.
Aaron might play it.
Pump,
Okay.
pump, Ben.
Yeah, so
what do you think?
I finished 007 First Light. Excellent game.
What about
Probably will
Second
be
Light?
on my game of the year.
Oh, okay.
It's very good.
I love it. It really nails. It's
You gotta
it's
say
a
it.
meme. Really makes
It
us
is a
feel
meme.
like James Bond. No,
How many
it
people
really
here
nails-
have actually been playing it out of curiosity before you continue, Alex?
sure.
Me.
I
Aaron,
also
man.
have.
Ben,
Okay.
Jake. Okay.
Just not the
it
two
really
in the middle.
nails the 007 like movie feel
Uh-huh.
in that I think it feels like several 007 movies strung back to back almost. It has like you're at base, you talk to some characters, establish some crap, go get your gadgets and like get ready to go out to the field, go to some beautiful exotic location and like kind of sneak around, see what the lay of the land's like, gather some information. Crap
Something
hits the
goes sideways.
fan, something goes sideways, you're shooting people, big climactic finish, and then it kind of resets and does that again like 3 or 4 times. And it's just a really satisfying loop, I think. The spying stuff is a lot of fun, I think, like going around figuring out the 2 or 3 options you have to approach whatever they want you to do. Using your gadgets, you feel like smart because you're like, oh yeah, I brought the laser, which means I can get through this gate and I wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. So I'm pretty smart for that.
Do you know
the
there's
combat-
a gate going in?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
There's almost always an alternative that you can get around.
It's
Yeah.
very
It's-
like I would describe it almost like how like in Dishonored you don't need a certain power, but there's always like, oh, here's a path where I can possess a fish to get in.
Yeah.
Here's a path where I can teleport in.
There's basically a path for every gadget built in.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yes.
I think. Yeah, it's nice to Alex's point. If you happen to pick the right gadget, sometimes it's like, oh shit, yeah, there's an easy entrance because I have the right
Yeah.
gadget, and that feels good. And sometimes you don't. You're just like, oh, I got to do the long way, where I have to actually be a spy.
Yeah. I think the combat is fun. I really started getting into the flow in the later levels of like baiting people out, taking people down, using your bullet time, headshotting dudes. The hand-to-hand stuff is fun. It's basically like it's similar to like Arkham, like yeah, the parry dodge stuff, like the yellow red attacks.
I'll tell you what. Snapping people and just like running across the room with them. Beautiful. I love it. I love it so much.
That move, the environmental stuff, like just whipping like random objects at people,
Yeah,
or like
oh my god,
sliding
dude.
across like
There's
a surface and kicking
fight
somebody
pretty early on that takes place in a wine cellar.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, forget about it. Forget about it. I'm just throwing stuff.
so many bottles at people. I thought it was really funny. They make a big deal about like you don't kill anybody until you have the license to kill. And even if there's like some actions where it's like, oh, I can't do that. I can't kill somebody. But then there's a level where you're taking out a bunch of dudes like very close to a giant cliff edge. And there's like times where you can just like huck people off the edge, and it's like, nah, that's probably fine. They're not dead.
It's
Water
like
down
a
there.
Spider.
They're just sleeping.
If you watch, they get stuck to the side of the
They're
mountain.
just sleeping.
Spider-Man, they account for it at least. This is like, I just tackled this man over this railing, and he fell like 500 feet into this chasm.
I mean, one of my favorite little things, you mentioned the laser earlier. So that laser can cut through like locks made of steel, but you do also zap people in the eyes with it. You shoot people in the eyes.
Your primary method to blind people
That's
for
pretty
temporarily, quote unquote.
Better like really fast. If you shot me in the eye with a metal cutting laser, I think I'd be done.
Yeah,
I think you'd be
Yeah,
dead.
but only for like 10 seconds. Then you'd be fine.
Yeah, but they still have the laser. I'd be out of there, man.
I like lasered a guy, walked past him, did my thing, and then just walked straight past him again. He was like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Maybe I did blind him. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just blind.
I will say,
blind.
there are
Makes sense.
there are a couple parts of that are almost just cartoonish. There's in the same mission as the wine cellar, there's a part where it's the first time you have to sneak past a bunch of guys who are like actively like against you. Like if they see you, they will just straight up attack you because somebody paid them off to like stop you from following them. And I struggled for a while with trying to get past sneakily until I managed to get past the first guys, and then you just find like a hat that belonged to a chauffeur, and then you're just like, oh, let me put this on, and you just put the hat on, you're like, now I'm disguised, and you could just walk past all of them, and they're just like, this is fine, he has a hat now.
Put a bucket on your head.
I never found that.
It's on a desk down there in the basement. I only had to like take out the first two guys, and then I just walked past everybody.
Amazing.
Does it lean more towards like the Pierce Brosnan, all about the gadgets kind of stuff, or like the Daniel Craig, I can run through a wall?
I think the latter for sure.
You could run through a wall, probably.
I feel like you could play this. I mean, kind of we talked about it earlier, right? There's a path for everything. I feel like you could play this game like a Pierce Brosnan Bond, or you could play it like any other Bond you want. You want to play it as a Sean Connery Bond? Go for it. I don't know what that version of Bond would look like playing in this game, but it's probably possible.
Seduce everyone.
It is really interesting. And granted, I'm pretty early on. I haven't even fully finished the first mission, but I did get almost like a shock moment because the first mission, most of it, you're like very. It's not IO. It's it's them.
IO, yeah.
Which they make obviously Hitman, and it feels like a Hitman game but with more personality in the beginning because you're doing very much the like sneaking around, you're disguising yourself, you're listening to people talk on the phone and like getting in places like very sneakily. And then it just switches to an action game, like very sudden. Like there's a big fight in the wine cellar, and then I'm not going to spoil it, but then stuff happens, and then you're in an action game suddenly. Mm-hmm. And I think part of the reason I haven't gotten back to it since I played is because once you're in an action game part, almost the next thing you do after a car chase is you're trying to go stop a plane. And I think in hindsight, the game wants you to just go full action hero mode at that point and just start running in and shooting people. Oh, yeah. And the problem is I died like 6 times in a row because I kept trying to be sneaky still like I was in the previous part of the mission. I'm like, I have to recalibrate my brain for this whole section because it's like a different game.
Once it comes up and says license to kill, that means you have to kill.
Did it say that at that part of the game? I didn't even.
Yeah, it says it says license to kill.
I didn't even hear you guys. You guys were talking about that license to kill thing, and I have no memory of that ever being mentioned.
Basically, like, why doesn't Bond just shoot his way through every situation? It's like, oh, he needs his license to kill.
Interesting. Okay.
And then I maybe didn't notice that, there's like there's a banner at the top of the screen that says license to kill.
Yeah, it's like red
letters.
But it's very almost jarringly different. Not in a bad way. It's just I gotta reformat my brain. I'm no longer playing Hitman. I'm now playing like Uncharted or something.
Like every major mission has a section where like it forces you to go loud.
Yeah.
Do bits.
I think Uncharted is the better point of comparison than Hitman. As someone who's played a lot of Hitman, I don't think it feels particularly like Hitman, just because the parts that are like the Hitman-y parts are so like basic, so sort of simple compared to like a Hitman level.
I was about to ask if they're very immersive simi or really kind of straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It's nothing too complicated. It's like, how do I get past this door? And usually it's like, oh, well, you can sneak past, you can pickpocket a key, and this almost feels like I'm tempted to stop doing it because it feels too easy, and it's happened twice now. You're just walking around, and there's a little icon will appear like, hey, do you want to like eavesdrop on this conversation? And it's like, yeah, sure. And I walk over, and you lean and you listen in, and you just hear this lady go, hey, where are you? Yeah, I got you a pass to go into the locked area. I hid it over here on the other side of the map in a flower pot. And then you can just walk over, pick it up, and then walk inside. And I'm like, that's almost too easy. Like it's almost unfun amounts of easy at that point.
I am hoping some of the later levels are a little bit more complex in those parts, because that first level especially, it's just like literally there was like a guy guarding this ledge I wanted to climb on, so I just walk up right in front of this guy's face, set a bunch of leaves on fire in front of him, and he goes, "What's going on here?" And he like walks over to it, and I just climbed the ledge past him, and I was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah, the sneaking AI, at least so far, has been not the most impressive.
Yeah, but
it's just enough that you get to feel like, oh man, this is fun. I'm secret agent man, as long as you don't actively do insane things like that.
Yeah,
but it isn't exactly the most challenging.
Okay. I'd like to say I think the intro and the training montage is like
so cool.
It's so fun and such a cool way to do it, to get you like in the mind of Bond and like who you're now playing as. Mm-hmm. I can't think of a game that executed like that did that sort of like intro mission directly into this like, shot after shot after shot after shot of like different parts of the training that you did over the course of 6 months. But it's so much fun.
Like make the tutorial a training montage.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's like nobody done that before. It's like so obvious.
It very much now that it's been cut done, to melee, and then for like 15 seconds you're like learning to parry and punch somebody, and then suddenly it's like cut to shooting, and it's like cool, you need to aim here and shoot at the heads, and then cut to like climbing and like sneaking, and it cuts really well, but still feels like a tutorial.
Yeah, it's such a good way to like remove all of the. All right, now walk over here to the gun range so you can try out these weapons.
Your heads-up display.
Also, the fact that in that they don't just do, oh, here's the learn to fight melee section and come back. It cuts to melee where you're learning to parry, and then goes through several other things, and then cuts back to melee where it's like, okay, now you're learning how to grab people, and then to several things. It feels like Bond is actually, as much as we're learning how to play the game, it feels like he is actually learning how to do like stuff over the course of it.
Feel like Spider-Man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, the story is really good, and there's like really good character relationships that build up over the course of the game. And Bond is so charismatic.
The actor they got to play Bond is very, very good.
People are already like, he should just be the next Bond. Like, film, next Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's pretty good.
Yes.
And I do have a complaint if we're done glazing this game.
Sure.
There are so many fucking walk and talks. It gets a little exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, between levels, going back to Q Lab, it's like, oh, okay, gotta walk with someone in the elevator. Okay, gotta walk around, make small talk with Q about how this fucking camera is blowing my mind. Like, just let me get back to it, man. Let me get out there and push someone into a bottle of wine, Like, let me out. Let me go.
I agree with you. That being said, I do have, at least so far, I've had a lot of fun with the walking around in QLab bits, because I've gone around and I talked to like random NPCs and things like that. I don't know if you guys had the same experience as this. The first time I was in QLab, I walked around and they have a bunch of experiments out, and it lets you like push the buttons to like turn the experiment on. And usually you turn it on and either something will happen or someone will be like, hey, don't touch that. What are you doing? That's like a bomb. Like, And then the second time I was in Q Lab, I was walking around, and if I got near buttons, they would be like, "Hey, Bond, don't." like, and then there was like a reference later where somebody was just like, "God, Bond, you're known for exploding things," and I'm like, "What is it?" I don't know if that's programmed in or if it's because I pressed all the buttons earlier, but it was very funny in the moment that like very much they were like split between like impressed with how I handled the last like training stuff and also being like, "You small child, please do not press the explodey button." It was interesting. They made it feel the random NPCs did actually feel like people in the area. They weren't just regurgitating lines. Like it felt like I walked up, granted unnamed scientist lady, but it felt like I actually walked up to unnamed scientist lady who's excited about her jetpack and really worried that this secret agent walking up is going to turn it on without proper safety precautions. Like, I think they did a good job with that.
I'll say
Sorry, I guess I wasn't quite done glazing it, Jake.
Yeah. I think because I was just in like Bond movie mode.
Sure.
Like those parts didn't bother me. Like the lack of gameplay for periods of time.
That is totally really fair. It you know, kind of my mileage personally varies on whether or not that stuff bothers me, but for this one, it definitely, I think, went on a little too long for my personal liking. But then, you know, once I get to throw wine bottles at people, I'm happy again. So, you know.
I will say, I do like this game enough. I might actually go watch a James Bond film.
Let's not get crazy.
Which one? I don't know. I've never seen
watching a movie. No.
I mean, if you're gonna watch one after this, it's probably got to be Casino Royale.
I feel like I've seen half of one of the Daniel Craig ones.
Well,
the one where he was like in a desert.
Okay, the worst one of all. That's incredible.
Of Solace. Well, the funny part is, I think I've only seen the second half of it. I don't think I've seen the beginning of it. I'm not really sure how I did that.
The worst one. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Literally, I don't know if you know this. That movie was created during the writer's strike.
Oh yeah.
So there was borderline no script.
All I know about that movie is, isn't there a part where the villain exclusively is like, this weapon, we're gonna drill in your head and lobotomize you, and then they do it to Bond, and then he proceeds to just finish the movie like a normal person, like unaffected.
3 movies later, what are you talking about?
Oh, excuse me. So maybe I'll watch a real one. I don't know.
Watch Casino Royale. It's a good one.
Casino Royale is a great spot to start.
Casino Royale is a banger, and I feel like this Bond has Daniel Craig energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least the fighting style, especially.
I saw somebody joke that he looks like they took every Bond, every actor who's ever played Bond, and mashed them together into one human being.
Yeah.
Roger Moore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see them all. Sean
Connery.
I thought
you were gonna name more.
I was thinking
Roger Moore in the
I mean, we'd already talked about Sean Connery and what's his face?
Roger Moore.
Gadgety Bond, Pierce Brosnan.
Whenever we're listing stuff, now I'm just gonna go Roger Moore.
Roger Moore.
Yeah.
I got very confused when I first started playing. I thought he looked almost exactly like Tom Cruise initially.
He's got some Tom Cruise in him, I think.
I can see it.
He's also got some events that remind me of more Mission Impossible.
Yeah. The Uncharted influence. There's a big set piece at the end of the first mission that was like, oh, we're doing Uncharted. This is Uncharted. This is an Uncharted game.
Last thing an identical scene in Uncharted 3, actually.
Oh, okay. Wow. Getting real specific with that one. Okay, all right.
In the movie too, by any chance?
No.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh, don't try to play this game like super stealthy, undetected. My advice would be, if you make a mistake, just roll with it. The combat's really fun, and it's not that hard to get yourself out of a situation. Like, you can just laser people in the eyes and run away. So like, don't do what I did the first mission and be like, oh crap, I was kind of trying to do this stealthy. I'll just load a checkpoint. Don't do that.
Don't load a checkpoint.
The checkpoints are not that.
I do try to stay stealthy as long as possible, just cause, you know.
I did.
But then, like, you make a mistake, you roll with it, and then usually you can go back into stealth.
Yeah, there was just one part. I was trying to sneak into this area, and I ended up, like, aggroing everyone in the whole area. And I was like, well, I didn't really want to just walk in and punch everyone. I kind of wanted to do this, like,
was
at
it
least
the laundry room?
It was not the... Well...
Oh.
It's a part in the second mission.
Oh, sorry.
Where I got all the way to the end, and then just, like, fucked walked up and drew aggro from everyone and just beat up 1,000,000 guys in a row.
Heck yeah.
So, still fun, but that would be my advice. Would be don't try to load a checkpoint for stuff like that. Just let it ride.
Slight complaint again about the AI. In the first mission when I was in the laundry room, I had to knock unconscious 2 guys in order to get past them, and I did it. But they're just in the middle of a hallway, and literally from the other room, I overheard some of the other NPCs walk in and see them unconscious, and I heard them go like, "Oh, what? Hey, they're unconscious, huh?" And then they just kind of like walked away and did nothing, and I was like, "Really, really, not at all concerned."
It's fine. It's fine. If I walked into a room and you were unconscious, that'd be my reaction verbatim.
I feel like you might celebrate a little, like, or laugh at me, point and laugh. I don't know.
It's got some classic stealth game-isms. Must have been the win sort of situation.
Yeah.
Caleb, what you been playing?
Well, I picked up. Alex helped me pick out a nice new OLED monitor.
Ooh,
heck yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
Really enjoying it. I wanted to test it out with a really dark survival horror game. So I picked up Bloober Team's Chronos: The New Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Played through it. It's been on my wish list for a little while. Really, really good. Really atmospheric. It's very, very Dead Spacey. Very Dead Spacey. Yes. Even in a good way, I think.
Combat wise or just vibes wise?
Combat wise, vibe wise.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, kind of all of the above, I think.
Because Bloober Team, I would say, not generally known for their combat prowess, and I think Dead Space's combat's very good.
Better than most of their games.
Okay.
Combat wise.
Nice. Great.
Yeah. You fight a bunch of like Dead Space, a bunch of like humanoid abominations. And in this one, they merge with their fallen brethren to make more powerful creatures if you don't kill them beforehand.
Shit, that does sound awesome.
Right? It's pretty cool.
That does sound cool.
It's also got a really interesting time warpy story going on that I really enjoyed. It takes place in exactly. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic Poland. And you're basically trying to figure out what happened to the human race.
Is Bloober Team Polish?
Yeah, I believe
so,
right?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, really, really good atmosphere. Interesting story. Fun combat. I really liked it.
How would you say it stacks up to like the Silent Hill 2 remake? That's the other one of their recent ones that people were really keen on.
Yeah. So I never finished the Silent Hill 2 remake, to be fair.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I did go back and finish it, but after a long break because it had a lot of optimization issues. Actually,
oh, really?
I ran into a lot of issues with optimization stuff.
Interesting.
So
okay,
I kind of maybe had a bad experience with that one. Maybe not the best comparison point.
Okay.
I'll say this is maybe similar in atmosphere. There's a lot less like puzzle stuff in this one.
Sure.
It's a lot more straightforward. Go get a key to go open the door. It's
Gotcha,
nothing major.
Maybe a little more Resident Evil, a little less. Well, Resident Evil early on has puzzles. I don't know.
Really, just more Dead Space.
Okay,
fair. It's just Dead Space.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why find a different game to compare it to?
Yeah, I get one to compare the Bloober Team game, but its best comparison definitely Dead Space.
Okay, nice. I mean, hey, I do love Dead Space.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. A lot of cool weapons that you can upgrade as you play through. It's good.
Great. Aaron, you've played a video game.
I have played a video game. My first game is going to be on my Game of the Year list, which is Cairn.
A Cairn climbing game?
I know.
On the Game of the Year list?
Yeah, dude.
Is that
That's unfortunate?
Cairn is in case you don't know, it's the stack of rocks that people stack up as like sort of memorials, small rocks.
And that's what the game's about.
Yeah, totally. That's the entire thing.
Okay, wow.
Cairn
rock stacking
is like
simulator.
Yeah, rock stacking simulator. It is a survival climbing sim, but don't.
I just want to. You're sure that it's good.
I'm positive. I love this.
Wow,
game.
I don't want to play it already.
It is such a like fresh, interesting indie game. It's from the makers, the game makers who made Fury.
Fresh.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize it was the Fury devs.
Yeah.
Now I'm
What
gonna
a
have
weird
to play
departure.
it. Yeah.
In this game, you play as Ava, who is this super independent alpinist, mountain climber, and she has this goal to summit Mount Kami, which is a non-summited mountain that has been tried by climbers over decades. And you really kind of get to see her character develop, how she's just fiercely independent, just completely intent on conquering the mountain, regardless of anything else that's happening in her life. And you kind of like feel that pressure as she continues on sort of this climb. But it is there's such intentionality to everything you do in this game. It's almost like if you took like the climbing of, or the idea of moving up a mountain like a game like Peak, and then interjected the movement mechanics of a game like QWOP, where you have to literally manipulate all four of your limbs.
Yeah, that does not sound pleasant. You may have just ruined this for me.
Is it like baby steps?
I don't know what that is. Should I know what that is?
It's the game about climbing a mountain by the guy who made QWOP.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Never played it.
Do you know Getting Over a Bennett Foddy?
Yes.
Baby steps is that, but climbing a mountain.
Oh, interesting. Doesn't seem like that.
Technically, it's not climbing. Technically, you're walking, but you
up a mountain.
Basically walk up a mountain.
No, this is you pan around, get to see all the scenery. Everything is beautiful. You're manipulating finding the nooks, cracks, crevices. You're actually manipulating your body like an actual mountain climber would do. So you're doing like finger holds, reverse presses, foot holds. Like you have to navigate your way up the side of these rocky inclines until you sort of make your way to these places where you can tent for the night. It took me about 15 hours to summit the mountain, and it is I don't know how else to describe this game other than like a beautiful story of somebody who is just intent on conquering something that no one is going to tell them no. Like that is the story of Ava, and as you're watching her sort of move her way through this mountain climb. It's beautiful. I've never taken more screenshots in a game. I took so many screenshots in this game. It's such a beautiful game. And the other thing I would note is it has a really cool way of like the save system in this game is really unique. There are 3 levels of difficulty. The first one is super easy, Explorist. It makes it incredibly simple to climb walls. You don't run out of stamina. You don't get all shaky when you're in a really bad position. You can, like, food and water and warmth are not nearly as difficult to sort of come by. Then the regular level, which is Alpinist, which is what I would suggest playing because it does make climbing difficult. It's almost like you're fighting the mountain. You constantly have to think about stamina. You can go off belay, which means you add a piton in the wall, and then you can sort of hang there for a second and regain your stamina before you start climbing again. The pitons, by the way, have this like mechanic where obviously you're starting to shake and you're starting to struggle, and so you have to, it's like one of those sort of line movers, you have to land in the right spot, otherwise you either damage it or you break it entirely. Falling, obviously not great in a game where you're climbing a mountain, so you got to be very cautious about that. And then it has kind of a management system for the third tier, which is, they call it free solo. So I just started my free solo run, which is no ropes, no belay, no pitons, and a smaller bag. It's going to be incredibly complicated to climb the mountain, but again, beautiful game. I had so much fun. I think it's such a cool, unique experience.
Just
probably
a
not
single
for
player
everybody.
Peak.
It's
It
single
is
player
you versus
Peak,
the
all right.
mountain.
This probably is what Jake was really asking, but when you fall, do you fall to the bottom and start climbing again, or is it like a checkpointed system?
Yeah, so I was gonna say it's a they have a unique save system in that you find these saves along the way. So if you fall, it just reverts you to that save, which may not be too far along the path. Cool. But that is the only spot you can save, with the exception of if you quit the game, you can just restart once in the exact spot where you're at. Okay. So if you're on the side of a climb or something, you quit.
Wait, and then you quit again. What happens? It puts you
go back to a
to
checkpoint, I guess.
Yeah.
They keep track of how many times you quit.
Yes, and
That's
on
crazy.
top of that, if you want to reload to a prior save point where you tented, it erases all of the progress you've made ahead of that. So if you want to go back and find something you missed, You don't get to do anything else. The coolest part about the save system, though, is that at any point, like let's say you're climbing a wall, you can just pan back and look at everything that you need to climb to kind of like figure out your route. And sometimes you find maps and stuff that'll show easier directions to climb. But you can also hit Y to see your climb progress, and then you can turn and face down the mountain and see the entire path you have made up this entire mountain, plus the level of difficulty where you were currently at, because it'll be like green where it was easy, or red where you got a little bit stressed out or almost fell. Shows all the piton marks, shows the places where you fell, shows you swinging on a belay rope. I mean, everything. You can see that whole pathway up the side of the mountain, and it's just, I don't know, guys. This game did it for me. It will not do it for everybody, but it did it for me.
Was it relaxing or was it very stressful?
Very stressful.
Okay.
I think it's intentionally.
It sounds stressful.
Very
stressful.
It's the Dark Souls of climbing games.
It might be. There was a game. Did anybody play?
I'm out.
Did anybody play Jusant? I think is how it's pronounced. It was another climbing game that came out.
You lost. It lost me a climbing game. It's kind of a problem.
This is like, people are comparing like Jusant is like here's the next level. I'm going to go conquer this part of the mountain. That is not what this game feels like. This game feels like there is the mountain, and I am constantly fighting it to survive and make it to the top. And that's it. There is like no other game mechanics really. It's just you versus any pathway you could possibly imagine to get up the side of this mountain and summit it.
Yeah. When it came out, Scale Up put a video out, and he was raving about it too. So
it's so good.
Maybe I have to look at it.
Maybe two people can be wrong. I don't know.
I think some of the besties liked it too, man.
You know what? I'm being a little facetious.
No, you're okay.
I don't know that it is going to be my style of game, but I believe you that it is good.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody described to me like what I'm doing to you right now, they're like, "Oh, it's a survival climbing game where you just it's solo." I'm like, that sounds exhausting and not fun and not interesting. But there's a bunch of interesting characters, a bunch of interesting lore.
There's a bunch of characters?
Yeah, how are their characters? Walk me through this. Are they climbing with you?
You do meet one climber.
Oh.
You also meet the dead bodies of a lot of other climbers who have tried to summit Mount Kami.
Do you get
it's a horror game.
You read their stories from their backpacks that you find, and like you hear about their struggles and why they decided to go back to the mountain. And the whole time,
like BioShock.
The whole time you have this robot. I don't remember what it doesn't have a name. Like
there's
what
a robot is called.
Well,
there's so much more info now. Suddenly,
it's not what you imagine. This robot is essentially just there to recover your pitons. That's it. So as you climb, place pitons. When you get to the top, you just whistle, and it goes and collects all your pitons. And it will like do the manage the rope for you too. But it also has like a built-in messaging, like voice messaging system. So she's receiving phone calls from all these people in her life while she's trying to summit the mountain that are telling her about things that are going on back home, and it adds to her stress and like the complexity of her trying to make it up. It's just a really unique way to tell the story about a climb, which could be incredibly boring and lackluster and not fun and exhausting. This is a really neat way to tell it.
Put the robot. Just put a piton at the peak and carry me up, please. Is there a button to tell him to do that?
There's unfortunately not. And the peak is
the robot the villain all along?
Oh, the robot was the mountain.
The robot was the mountains we met along the way.
Nope. I wish I could tell you there was a twist in this game. This is the game.
This is the game. You climb the mountain.
Yeah, dude. It sounds really not good. I'm telling you, this game is excellent.
Sounds really not good.
I'm going back to do another climb where if you fall and die, you start over the game from scratch.
I think you might like baby steps.
Maybe.
At least consider it, because from what you are describing, it sounds similar. Because baby steps, it doesn't have any checkpoints. If you fall back down, that's just where you're at now.
So it's like Only Up or Chained Together or any of those. This is not that at all.
Okay.
About to be.
Yeah, it does not feel like that.
It is about to be for you.
It is about,
Not for me. Never for me. But
it's about to be
the hardest
when
mode, it sounds
you
like
fall
it is.
first time. It's gonna reset you.
Yeah.
But he's done it once before. He's got the experience.
It took me 15 hours, and now hopefully I just move quicker, but I'm going to also have to move more precisely because I can't fall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can make some calls, but
replayed RE9 in under 4 hours.
Yeah, it'll be exactly.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing that crap.
Wild.
It is surprisingly easy.
It is.
Even without infinite ammo. Or infinite RPGs or whatever the fuck Caleb had.
Talking about the speed run Resident Evil?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did it without a guide. Like, come on, it's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Wow.
Wonder what the
Chad, what you
speed
been
run
playing?
for Karen is.
SGDQ's going on right now. It might be in there, baby.
Yeah, it might be.
Somebody did speed run. There's a speed run on YouTube. 1 hour and 17 minutes on free solo to get from the bottom to the top. That's
impressive.
super freaking fast, dude. Anyway, it's a good game, guys. Give it a chance.
I'll try it.
I downloaded it.
Did you just now?
Yep.
I said, did you just now?
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah. I'm on hard drive now.
Interesting.
I'll try it.
Boom.
Sick.
I do not guarantee that I will like it, but I will at least try it.
You don't.
I like to think I give everyone's Game of the Year nominations a fair shake.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, what you been playing?
That took so long. That took so long.
Got a couple games here. I'll start off with the game I thought I wasn't going to like because we tried it in early access, and man, I was so disinterested when you texted about this game. 33 Immortals. I was like, whatever they did in the beta compared to what they have released, it's so much better right now. Like, it's so good. It's basically endgame MMO rating, but it's like Hades style, like gameplay. Cool, it's cool stuff. You go through a run where you're just trying to collect some relics to get your character kind of more powerful. Going around killing some ads and whatnot, and then it spawns a dungeon. And after like 6 or so minutes, you go into the dungeon chamber room thing, fight a bunch of stuff. A boss spawns, you kill the boss. And if you have a key, you can get 2 items. If you have no key, then you get 1 item. And then after a while, it kind of battle royales you to 3 different locations on the map, so that you kill those bosses, and then you ascend to the actual like ultimate boss room. And you do it with 32 other players. Fun stuff. Which something I'm really excited about is when the beta first came out, there was no private servers at all, so you couldn't get 33 of your friends together. But now there's private servers. You get 33 of your friends together. Play this game, guys.
We can get 33.
You know what
I
that
have
means?
33 friends. Yeah.
You know what that means?
And do a run.
There's an Extra Life game. Let's go.
And after we manage to get 33 people together and we finish the first map, we have to kick 11 of them out for the second map.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then,
we just pick the lowest 11, the lowest performers.
Pick the 11
'cause
who
it's like
didn't make it to the boss
leaderboard
fight.
score.
Yeah, what do we do when all the people actively streaming for Extra Life get kicked after the first round?
And we
let's
watch.
go on to the next game.
We spectate.
We just do spectating. That's right.
Yeah.
We cast. We shoutcast.
And then we have to kick out 11 more people to do the third room.
I like this game, but my only problem with games like this is I feel like they have limited replayability.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is not going to have sticking power for me.
Unfortunately, I really like it. I like Sworn too. I feel like it's kind of in the same vein, but the same problem happens, right? You get to a point where it's like, what do I do now? I'm just chipping away at these like minor stats to just get like a slight increase to get slightly better on the next run.
Sworn at least has like some build variety. Like
it does.
Yeah.
I feel like 33 Immortals is pretty limited in its content. Like you finish the 3 areas, this is probably going to be it. I don't know.
Well, we haven't descended yet. We don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of ascending, you can go down, descend.
Okay. You can go down.
Sounds like you got a pretty good
I think
idea
that
about
just
what it
means
does.
after you ascend, you can.
You can come back?
Yeah, I've seen people do it at the end.
To do what? What do you do?
I don't know.
They're the last one, man.
Okay. I thought maybe that was another content part. Then that even more justifies my point. There's just a limited amount of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be more content. There's 3 maps with like 3 big end bosses. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, it's $15 game, so.
I know.
Yeah.
Totally worth.
It's fun.
$15 game. Basically the same amount of content.
I'm like happy with what I've gotten out of it.
Yeah.
Also, you can play with 33 friends. Like
that is
a
key point. That is a key point.
The combat is fun. I will say the routing's not as fun as in a game like Raven's Watch or Night Rain, where there's specific stuff you're trying to really look for. In this game, you kind of just fight stuff to level up, and you find chests and urns, which all just give you bones so that you can buy stuff.
Man,
there's not really a lot of
money.
Raven's Watch is a very good comparison to this. I
very
feel like
Raven's Watch.
I want to go back and play that now and feel like get a feel between those two
so
games.
much harder.
Yeah, I'm gonna warn you. Every
harder.
time we've played, Caleb and Alex have run into the enemy's mouths, died, and then gone, "Oh, 33 Immortals is so much easier."
We keep playing.
I'm just like,
we're
oh my
playing 33
fucking
Immortals.
God,
One
guys.
time we played coming off of playing Sworn, and one time we played coming off of playing 33 Immortals, and both times it was like, dang, I have to be so much more careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just gotta go grab them out of the enemy's mouths. It's brutal.
Can I just say about Sworn? I really feel like we are in the top percentile of players. We break the game every time we play. It's insane.
You actually broke it this last run.
Actually broke it this time.
It's never been that crazy before.
Okay.
No.
Sure, but normally we have some sort of mechanic we're using that is absolutely just decimating everything. It doesn't feel like a challenge. Obviously,
we're
this
just
time
min-maxers, dude.
we didn't even die.
I
We
also
like
think
communicate what we're doing for our different builds. Get synergies going.
I wonder how many teams play that game and actually say what they're picking up, or they just go. Because like at the very start, somebody's like, "Well, I got poison. Okay. I got fury. Okay. I got ice." It's like, all right, I'm not getting picking that
Most
up.
important, yeah. Ice broken, dude. Ice broken. Anyway, let's talk about Sworn.
Didn't they nerf it a while ago?
They did at some point.
For some players,
Didn't matter. Insta freezing bosses like it's nothing. Like I don't understand.
Dude, that boss rush was so cool. Anyway, 33 Immortals though. Yeah,
I thought it's so. I got weapon upgrades unlocked recently on the daggers, and I thought that was going to be more impactful than it was and hold me over for a while. But the one upgrade I picked up for it so far doesn't seem really that.
It's the same for the sword. Like I got 2 different upgrades for the sword. One of them is that the light attacks it's not a 3-hit strike, it's just 1 heavy. And the other one is that anytime you do the shield bash, which is your whole like guard parry counter thing you have, it just does it at full force, but it consumes like justice while you're holding it. So it's like it's such a minor change to the gameplay mechanic that doesn't feel different. Like it doesn't feel like a different aspect or a different approach to combat, nothing.
And there's basically like what, maybe 6 types of items that you can do a build around. There's like 1 buff, 1 you shoot missiles, 1 you do explosions around you. They're not. Yeah.
It's really funny.
Not a lot.
And Sworn, you're just like, yeah, I got this whole build ready. And then in that game, I had Inner Fire, and I was like, and I could give Inner Fire to everybody. And then Caleb and Aaron were like, oh, I generate Inner Fire too. Like, okay, cool, great.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot. There's not a lot of options in that game.
It's a really cool concept, especially when you have all the feats unlocked. Like I do.
It must be nice to have all the perks at the start of the game.
That was fun playing that game, getting through the first level, and then realizing everybody has the key for the next level because it just gives it to you, and then Aaron's account's broken and doesn't have the key. And we had to wait for a patch.
They felt so bad that I didn't get the key that they unlocked every feat in the game for me.
I think another part of it feeling somewhat limited on content is that we've never lost.
Yeah. True.
That is true.
We're probably in the top percentile in that game too.
Hey man, one of us topped the leaderboards once. So, we're pretty good at it.
I think it's probably pretty hard to lose. I mean, maybe the third map is like super hard or something, but it's probably pretty hard to lose with that many people.
Yeah. The 22 Immortals map.
It was harder.
It was harder.
It was harder. Yeah.
It was harder.
I'm curious to see what the 11-player map looks like, because I was reading a ton of posts about how you shouldn't just be able to go into the 22 and the 11 maps without like a tutorial because nobody knows the mechanics and they're killing everybody. The mechanics didn't seem too hard in the boss fight that we did.
Absolutely. No. I mean, I could see people getting annoyed about the circle things where you all gotta group up, but
even when maybe because I was playing the tank and I could just block that, but it wasn't annoying at all. Like even when people moved it away. Also, there were times where I didn't block and I would just like take a step away from. I don't know. Build if I guess different players.
That's right.
Yeah, so I have also, I guess Diablo 4 came out with Season 14, and I rolled a barb. So I've been kind of rocking with that. I'm already Paragon 114. So
oh my gosh.
That's, there's like a specific route that you can go to level up really fast. Apparently, if you do Hell Tides, and then you go through the tree that they have in the Hell Tides, you're able to, it's like maggot worms that spawn and they drop experience orbs. And at one point I was like level 67 or something like that. And I was like getting this all prepped because you have to kind of like do preparation to get this like experience route going. The first worm that popped up, 70s max, I was Paragon 8 by the time that maggot orb disappeared. It took like 3 seconds for me to level up to that level. I was like, this is what just happened. I just heard ding, 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 ding. I was like, oh my. And so anytime there's a Helltide in the war table, I just pick that and I just go around looking for the worms and get a couple more levels. So
crazy.
It's also really funny that Whirlwind Barbarian is one of the S tier like meta classes right now. Because you go to any of the Helltide events and you just see a bunch of twirling guys. Just everybody's twirling, tornadoes coming off of them. So funny.
Hey, I never played the expansion for that. Was it good?
Depends on which expansion you're talking about.
Yeah, which one?
There are now 2 expansions?
Yeah.
There are 2. The second one, the first expansion is not good. The second expansion, I think, is very good.
I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Right. I would say play through both, though. I mean, it didn't take me too long to play through the Spirit of Hatred, Vessel of Hatred.
Yeah, Vessel is the second one.
Story though, so
yeah,
you need the story from the expansion.
Okay.
Anyways, having some fun with that. Also, maybe thought I was going to play Frank and Ashley, but I guess game sucks.
Dead game.
Speaking of dead games, I've been playing Destiny 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, been having a bit of fun with that. I mean, it's just the 5-minute triumph stuff, so Pantheon and other stuff like that. One of the best armor sets drops from Vault of Glass, and that was the featured raid last week. So went through and got some powerhouse gear for that. Basically, if you have a 4-piece of that, and you have a class, what is it called? Something like Radiant or Amplified, and you're doing sustained damage, you'll just spawn an orb under your feet. So really good for boss damage. Yeah. Especially for like still hunters, because you're just doing sustained damage, and then guess what? You get to pop the still hunt again because you got an orb. And then of course getting powerhouse in that, you're doing weapon and super. So finding out that Titan is no longer meta, which is very sad for me. Because so now it's just the forever meta of no Titans. So play Warlock or Hunter if you're gonna play that game.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Freaking wreck.
Finally they're not on the top. It's so nice.
Ugh.
Get him out.
Unfortunate.
Man, someday we're gonna look back on this and it's gonna be like the meme of Steve Harvey crying. Like somebody's gonna be like, Dad, tell me about like the raids you guys used to do with the orbs in Destiny 2. I can't right now. It's gonna happen. I'm calling it.
There's still I still have Copium. They kept on the lead narrative director from Destiny. She changed her title from Destiny's lead narrative to just lead narrative. But like, why would you keep her around?
Or Marathon.
Oh my god.
Marathon narrative. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess I'm next on the list.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to go. Jeez.
Doom: The Dark Ages Revelations. I've been playing that. I've only finished like 2 levels so far, so I usually probably wouldn't talk about it yet, but by the end of the 2nd level, I was like, man, this game has some sauce. It feels good, let me tell you. First of all, I feel like the spear is their answer to people that really liked Eternal and wanted more of that style of gameplay, because it really feels a lot more like that.
Makes you feel like Doom Eternal?
You get like 3 different melee options with the spear, but then the important thing is you can hook people from far away as much as you want and like fly around the battlefield like all over the place.
Yes.
And then chain that into like all sorts of other stuff. Like you get an ability where you can chain it into a ground slam, or you can throw the spear at flying enemies for extra damage, or you can stab grounded melee enemies for extra damage. They add a lot of mechanics just from the spear that it gets kind of complicated, and there's actually like several extra keybinds. And I think the default keybinds are actually terrible. I don't know where they ended up coming up with the keybinds that they started with, but it's so bad. It's basically like opposite of how the shield plays, where like you parry stuff with a shield with right click. You would have to parry stuff with the spear with its melee attack, which is like a different button. So your muscle memory is all off, and it's really weird. So I rebound everything to actually make sense and not be dumb, and it felt really good.
Do you have both? Yeah. Can you swap it at any time, or you just have the sphere?
I think you'll get to the point where that is the case, because a lot of the stuff in the levels have stuff that only works with the shield. And there's also a keybind for swap whatever they want to call that thing. I forget. Your melee weapon or whatever. I don't know. It's not your melee weapon though, because that's a different thing. You have a separate melee weapon.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. It is just a lot. It's a lot of fun. They brought back master keys from Eternal. But I haven't had a chance to do any of those yet, because it says like you have to find the master key and hit end game. So apparently there's like a quote unquote end game section in this DLC.
Master keys, is that like the challenge rooms?
Yeah, the challenge rooms, like the purple challenge key rooms. And supposedly there's like those in endgame, and then also there's some sort of like uber boss at the end that's super hard.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, it feels like a whole different game. I think it almost feels like a sequel, and I don't know how long it's going to be. It's definitely not going to be as long as the base game, but it seems pretty long so far.
Do I have to beat the Dark Ages to play it?
No.
Okay.
That was my question.
There's a separate option on the main menu to start this DLC, and it pops up and says like, we really recommend you should play the base campaign to learn how this game freaking works.
And then the first on Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. The first level of the DLC is with the shield, like before you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get
spoilers.
A taste of. Well, I mean, that's in the trailer. Also, I just talked about how you don't have the shield.
Well, I thought maybe you just like the spear more. I don't know.
So yeah, if you didn't finish the Dark Ages, you'll get a taste of like sort of how the end of that game ended up playing, because you have like all the fully upgraded weapons, fully upgraded shield, all that kind of stuff.
Heck yeah, dude.
Very, very fun. Very, very fun. Highly recommended. I also been playing a ton of Mina the Hollower.
Yeah,
which I feel like I'm still not close. Still not close to finish. I'm like 25 hours in. I've only done 3 of the towers. There's 6, I think.
That's half.
Yeah, it's absolutely jam packed. Like every screen has.
There's so much content.
So much stuff.
So many
secrets everywhere. And I've been loving it. I've been having a blast.
I'm really glad
because. Have you finished it, or are you?
No,
how far are you?
You're actually further than me. I just finished the second tower, which something I wanted to mention that I thought was really cool about this game. I'm used to like Zelda games where a temple, when you say like a dungeon, it's like a structure that you go into.
Yep.
And so like the second tower I just like did this area, and I was like, wow, this area is really cool. It's also going on really long. And then I finished it, and I was like, oh. I'm just done. That was the temple. That was the dungeon.
I had the same realization. Was it the Bayou area?
It was the Bayou.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I had the same reaction where I got to the tower. I was like, oh, that's the dungeon.
That was it.
Which direction is the Bayou?
It is west, southwest.
Southwest.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. I'm going to ask you, this is going to sound like a spoiler, but I think it's a mechanic that is not super well explained. How long did it take you to realize that you could burrow into water?
Oh, it took me a little while.
Because there's a lot of complaints about it.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of secrets.
I'm on their subreddit, and so it's gotten so bad that there are now just meme posts of people posting, "Am I soft locked? Am I soft locked? Am I soft locked? Am I soft locked?"
Wow.
Because so many people don't realize that you can. So, public service announcement: you can burrow through deep water in Mina the Hollower.
I started going through the area like you would normally expect, like jumping over stuff, and then I think the reason why I figured it out is because I saw like a floating bone or something like that, and I jumped out to grab it, and I held A a little bit too long and just naturally went in the water, and I was like, oh, snap. That's intended, and then that led to like a little secret area on the side, and then turns out the whole rest of the area is supposed to be navigated with that mechanic.
Like that. Yeah. There are a few parts that do sort of signpost it like that, where it's like, hey, just do what comes natural. Yeah. But I know when I first went to that area, I like tried the jump a few times, and I was like, "What? What am I not doing? What's happening here? What am I not doing?"
I was fully ready to just grab the bone and take the damage for it.
Sure.
And it turned out that was what you're supposed to do, and I was like, "Okay, well that taught me the mechanic. Like, I didn't have to tell me anything, no tutorial or anything." That's pretty sick.
Yeah, you guys are like top percentile.
Probably.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
I was talking to Caleb about it the other day. He said he was using daggers, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Wow.
So then I started using daggers for a while.
I heard you guys both talk about using the hammer, and I'm like, I can't use the hammer now. I can use one of the other ones.
Hammer's the daggers.
Yeah.
Well,
so I tried them out.
Don't betray me like this, Alex.
They were like. They were lowest on the totem pole, I think. I think they were my least likely to be used weapon out of all the weapons. And then because he was using them and he was liking them, I was like, okay, I'll give him a shot. I used them for a while, and then I came to the conclusion that they're too strong and they invalidate a lot of the combat.
This is how Caleb finishes games faster than anyone else. He always picks the weapon that diminishes the combat, makes it so much easier.
You can attack so fast.
I picked the most fun one. That's just what it is.
Okay, to be fair, oh man, I bet you played Baldur's Gate. I bet, you know what? You probably leveled up to make combat easier, Aaron. How could you have done that? That's not the true experience. Finish the game at level 1. Don't make it too easy.
I took them off and put them away after I did a boss fight where I literally just smashed attack and let him walk into me, and I killed him before he killed me, so... I was like, okay.
I mean, that doesn't sound fun.
No. You can do that, though.
Huh.
But is that the daggers, or are you just like really boned up?
I don't think I'm super boned up.
I mean,
maybe
I was thinking.
I've been super exploring. I've been playing a long time.
Sorry, Caleb, what does it say when you level up? What's the prompt?
Does it say that?
Bone up.
Oh.
It says boned up.
I hate that.
It says bone up because it's an instruction. You need to bone up.
To bone up.
So my question is, if
bones, you spend the bones.
Mm-hmm. Bones is their money.
Do it upwards.
Oh boy.
The level up system is weird.
It's weird.
Actually messed me up a couple of times because there's been like...
How's it boned you?
There's been like a thing in a shop that I wanted or something, and I'm like, oh, I want to get that. I'm just going to like farm a couple bones real quick. And then I get too many to the point where I have to bone up.
You can just...
But I've put too many in... Oh yeah, you can just leave.
You can just leave, my brother.
You can just leave.
What are we doing? You don't have to bone up.
I've done this before where I just haven't left. I'm like, I gotta put it in something, I guess.
Absolutely, you do not. You can save up for like the bigger upgrades.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You can't if you're above the biggest upgrade. That's what happened to me. Yeah.
Okay. I have never done that, so I believe you.
If whatever your highest value is, you're above that, it forces you to use it.
Well, why not just put it in the yellow bones?
The bone juice, because
the bone hurting juice?
Yeah, because that's just money. That's just putting it into money.
Yeah, you could do that. That's not a problem. I remember having some issue with it, but maybe I just did it wrong.
I mean, all the different things you can do. It's weird.
It is
like I did not understand the concept of yellow bones for a while.
The concept of yellow bones.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're just
bones,
bones,
and then you got
but
bones
they're yellow. I just don't understand.
It's basically like, think of yellow bones as the bones, your money that's in the bank.
I can't even visualize a yellow bone. I don't understand.
Yeah. I think you said it last time. I think Mino will probably end up on my list too.
Yeah, I was a little worried that I was going to be the only one who liked this game, so I'm glad it's not just going to be
super good.
It's great, man.
What you been playing, Jake?
So I've been playing this game. It's called Queen's Blood. It's like a card game.
Is this the game from Final Fantasy?
Oh, yeah, I guess there is this other part of it where he plays like Cloud and you have to like save the world or something, but that's not really the part that's fun.
No surprise.
You heard of that AAA game Gwent? Yeah.
Good. And also, I have been going back to Rebirth since they announced Did they call it Revelations, the third one?
Uh-huh.
That's horrible.
I think it's Revelation without the S, because it's different from Doom.
Just one. Okay.
You sound like an idiot when you say it with an S. Ugh.
Yeah, Revelation. Oh, there's just the one. Okay, I can handle one.
Just the one Revelation.
Only one Revelation.
But yeah, since they announced that, I've gone back to try to give Rebirth, this middle one of the remake trilogy, another chance. And I've been liking it more. I think this second area under Junon. I think it's more interesting than the first area. I think it's also helped. There's a side quest that sort of pulls you across the open area, sort of like the map, which made exploration feel a lot more natural to me. I think it also helped that I learned that whenever Chadley calls, you can press start and skip the entire conversation. Nothing that child has ever said to me has been interesting, and he talks so long. I climb a tower, and I hit, and he calls me up, Cloud, good job, you turned a tower. I know, Chadley, this is like my 5th one today. I get it. But yeah, it's been fun. I have also been enjoying Queen's Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm very good at it, but it's fun.
Have you been on the boat?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, I think I know it leaves from, it left from there in the original game. Maybe they changed it, but this is where the boat leaves from in the original game, so I assume that will be coming very soon.
Okay.
I am curious,
Good luck.
Oh god. What party members did you guys think? Did you guys rotate them around a lot? Did you have like a set that you liked? I don't know if you remember.
I always kept Cloud. Do you have to keep Cloud? I can't remember now.
I think so. I'm pretty sure you have to keep Cloud.
And I did I always tried to keep Aerith if I could, and then like just somebody else. I don't know.
I've heard that's a losing battle.
Well,
yeah. I wanted my melee dude and my magic girl, and then I would take like somebody to act as a tank. Like I would load them up with like all the health stuff and the aggro stuff. That's how I would do it. Just depends on who was available.
Okay. Yeah. I'm running into an issue where I love Tifa. I think she is so fun. Her mechanics are great. And then Aerith is really good at casting spells, and I kind of go, well, there we go. We're done. We did it. Everyone else can sit in the back leveling up materia for me. And I'm just going to go punch everyone in the face.
That's valid.
I definitely ran Cloud, Tifa, Aerith for like the majority of the game.
Okay.
And there are sections of the game where you can't do that. And then I was like, how do I use this character? And
then, I know.
When
there were some characters that I was like, no idea what you're doing.
When I started to platinum the game, that's where I started to actually like look into branching out away from Tifa and Aerith because of certain combat that like other characters did better.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, speaking of, it has been driving me a little crazy. I think this is something that annoyed me in the first remake, the first one of the trilogy. This game really loves flying enemies, and I don't know why. Cloud uses a big sword. He stays on the ground. I don't know why. There's no jump button. Stop making me fight flying shit. It makes me so sad. Anytime I see...
you dash at him in the air?
You can use like triple slash, I guess, which gets you airborne. But then you're kind of stuck in the air, so if they try to hit you, you're kind of just stuck. And Cloud does have like an air slash thing that works. But like, I don't think Tifa has a way to get up there, and that's the only person I want to fucking play as. It breaks my heart anytime I go, I guess I'll get Barret out. He'll just stand still and shoot him for like an hour.
You just gotta swap to Aerith to take care of air people.
Yes.
I'm like fairly certain you might be missing a mechanic. I think you can just go. Yeah, I think you can just like flying enemies and hit them.
Oh, maybe I'll Google it. I've had to Google so many things. Okay.
I didn't know you could run in Elden Ring for 90 hours. So I'm sure there's a chance.
If you go to the
try
menu,
digging in the water?
That's a good idea. If you go into the options, there's a setting that says party, and that's not where you change who's in your party. It's in like combat settings.
Yeah.
Why is there even a party button? What is that for then? I don't know. That took me like it took me like 10 minutes and I had to Google it.
That's funny.
I was like, maybe you just can't do it. Maybe I need to go to like a bus stop or something. And I was like, nope, it's just in combat options. And I was like, fuck you. What? Why would it be there? Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm enjoying it more. I'm probably gonna finish it. Maybe not before the other game comes out.
That's a while.
Isn't it early next year?
Yeah, that's a while.
Yeah, that's a while.
Yeah, but there's like some other stuff coming out too. And it's a long game.
Long game. I did spend 200 hours platinuming it.
See? I don't have that kind of time.
Ben, what you been playing?
2 games. Well, 2 new games that I haven't talked about before. I started playing a bit of Inkbound, which I think some of you guys have played before. I think I saw some people had it on their inventory.
Yep.
But for those of you who have not, Inkbound is roguelike, co-op, I think up to 4 players at once. Fantasy themed, you're going through and fighting groups of enemies. It's real time walking around and exploring, and then when you get in a fight, it's turn based.
That's
I think you, me, Caleb, Alex, and maybe Chad and I played this at one point. Is it 3 or 4 player?
The demo or the early access?
It was like a beta, maybe
something. Yeah. I don't remember how many of us there were, but anyway.
It is full release now, and it is very good. I really enjoy so you've got different classes you can go in as, and it's
kind of a standard roguelike formula. I mean, you've got, as you go through, you choose your path, which way you want to go. Sometimes there are shops you can upgrade, you can get items and upgrade items. It has an interesting mechanic where basically all items you get fall into categories. And the categories, if you get like enough items in a single category, you unlock passive buffs. So it incentivizes you to like focus in on like one specific type of category to increase your buff tier. But then later offers options where once you start getting access to better items, because you only hold so many, you can basically sacrifice an item at a shrine, which loses the item ability, but it then permanently counts as 2 items towards the passive for that category. So you sort of build up over time. And then separately, you also have, you start with, I can't remember right now, 2 or 3 basic abilities, and then you can unlock new ones over the course of the run. And then also you can level up the abilities several different ways where you find a shrine and you can choose, do you want to level up this way or this way? And there's kind of branching trees you can go down. So by the end of the game, you're very different from somebody else who might be playing the same class. I've been playing through it right now with one other person, the other Alex, but we've been having a good time with it. We picked it up because we were looking for something to play after when we weren't feeling like Stolen Realms, and it got recommended a lot for the same sort of like, build focus on like specializing and like adjusting your build, focusing on things, and it has been very enjoyable. That sort of going through and build crafting as you find random stuff. We're still really early in it. There's several different levels, and there's some like meta progression outside of levels, and there's like a bit of a story plot. But I've been really happy with it so far. I'm gonna keep playing it. If anybody wants to try it out again, now that I guess the full release, if you guys only played beta, just let me know. I'd be happy to join.
Cool.
And the other one I've been playing is it's mostly it's a little game. I just wanted to mention it because I found it actually very fun, and I thought Alex might think it's interesting. It is called Master Healer Kale with Useless Party. It's basically like a little incremental game. It's standard. You do a run, you get money and resources, you get a bunch of upgrades on a giant tree, and you go through runs again. But the point of the game is that you are a healer in a party of basically a wizard, an archer, and a tank, and they are all fairly useless. So you are actively casting. It's interesting. It's an incremental game, but during the gameplay, you are active playing. Like you have to manually select your spells and cast them on the other people in the party. So you actually have to pay attention and do stuff. And you can only cast healing spells and support spells, like buffs, cleanses, and heals. And then over the course of the skill tree, you can unlock upgrades for the other characters, but you don't get to actively control them in like a run. They just kind of auto attack, basically. It's fun. I mean, it's a little game. I'm almost done with it. After probably like maybe 4, 5, 6 hours of play. But I don't know. I enjoyed it as an incremental that actually has some active play you have to focus on. I kind of breezed through. It's not super challenging, since if you get stuck at any given time, you can just kind of farm the existing levels you can beat until you have enough resources to get upgrades.
You gotta remember, Ben, you're probably in like the top percentage of people play that game. So.
But I did. After you beat the game, then it unlocks a nightmare mode where you can go back and play all the levels again at a harder difficulty. About halfway through those, I maxed out the skill tree, and
it's huge.
The tree.
It looks like it.
It's pretty big, but once you max it out, about halfway through redoing all the levels in nightmare mode, it starts getting challenging. You actually have to pay attention to like the active uses and be strategic with what you're doing. I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's pretty good, and I think they get a good combo of incremental / actually having to focus on the game and not just, click upgrade, hit go, and then come back to it after the automated run finishes.
It does sound like something I would like. I've tried a couple different you're the healer of a party like single player games. It's always like a cool idea.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a little. I think it's a very fun, casual sort of game. It sucked me in pretty good. Like I think I started playing it 2 days ago, and I've got
I've got almost 8 hours of playtime in it. So I've been having a lot of fun of it as a, having another, like an anime or a video up on my other monitor.
You're 8 hours in. It's not that small a game, right? I mean, it's pretty.
I'm almost done the whole. I'm pretty close to, I think, 100%ing it right now.
Okay. Gotcha,
oh no, I've actually only at 63%. That's weird. Okay. I feel like I'm almost done the whole game.
That's a pretty substantial game then.
Yeah, but yeah, not a lot of plot. There's the characters are. There's a little bit of every time you start a new level, a little bit of the characters talk a bit, and they're all funny in useless ways. The wizard just is on her phone all the time. The tank is constantly asleep, so he just sits there and takes hits. And then the archer is actually secretly an archwizard who is being an archer because the king, when he made our adventuring party, told him, we can't have two wizards in the party, so he just doesn't know how to shoot a bow.
Make sense.
And he uses magic to shoot the arrows at people.
Hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
It's funny.
Sick. Well, I think that will about do it.
Ding dong, do it.
I freaking love your energy, Alex. Transitions, intro.
Do you see this, Aaron? You're gone for like 2 years, and this is what we're reduced to.
Oh my god, I love it, dude. I love it. So sick, guys. Anyways,
look, he only brings energy for the layoffs. Everything else.
Yeah, because really he's exhausted at that point.
True.
Boys, let me tell you about these layoffs. Anyways, what have you been playing?
I gotta go through all my
guys?
notes. Gotta go through my story of the week or whatever. Then we coast.
Yeah, we coast all right.
Anyway, we will see you next time in like a fortnight or whatever.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, we have to play that?